we are live. Welcome to Chatterbox number 62. Sore losers. I don't know if I spelled sore right. I'll be real honest. I didn't look it up and check, and I probably should have.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Somebody will tell me.
I got the YouTube gaming alert, but not the regular YouTube alert. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The whole system is breaking down. It's all falling apart, man. It's all falling apart.
Right.
Can't trust nothing.
That is the way you spell sore, by the way. Good job.
Oh, I spelled it right? Okay, good.
Yeah. Unless you meant soar like as in flying, then no, you didn't spell it right. But if you meant soar as in...
No, I was actually concerned that I spelled soar as in flying.
Yeah, oh no, that's S-O-A-R.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just,
Yeah.
Sometimes if you don't use words a lot, soar is just not a word that comes up in my lexicon on a regular basis. I was like, man, I wonder if I'm spelling that shit right, because I know there's two of them. Like week is another one.
Kind of worked either way. Oh, like week, like as in the week, day of the week or whatever, and then
week for day of the week is W-E-E-K, and then week is in like you're a weak person is W-E-A-K.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. And
sometimes I'll just write stuff and I'll forget and I'll use the wrong one, and I'm like, well, now I look down. Like, not that that's unusual, but it's like I shouldn't be giving people like that much extra help.
Yeah, just tell them that they didn't get the joke.
Oh, there you go. There's a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah.
I saw this on Twitter and I had to share it. I think this is just some like bullshit Photoshop thing, not like an actual article. But a man identifying a 6-year-old coming home and and it would be in California too. It says Auburn, California. I'm like, yeah, I could see that in California. Some fucking idiot would go for that.
That's got to be a fucking Onion type article. Although again, it's kind of fucked up that nowadays you never can tell. Like
you see that and you're like, well, I don't think it's true.
Then again, it is California.
Yeah, but the reality is you're just thinking, I really don't want that to be true.
Right. Well, one would hope that is
I just had to share that because it was so silly. It was just one of those things where I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, dude.
Have you seen Destiny and Tonkasaw just going at it on Twitter back and forth? Like, apparently since like the whatever you want to call whatever they did on the Kumite. Like, I wouldn't call that a debate. Like, sorry, but no.
Yeah, shit show seems appropriate.
I should watch it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that part of it. Yeah, because that's the one where Sister Danger ended up jumping on like after all that shit, right?
Oh, Sister Danger got into that shit? I don't know. I didn't.
Well,
no, like I said, I don't ever watch this show, man. I mean, I've watched like one episode when it was starting out, and then you sent me one and said I should watch it, so I did. I forget who that was. So with Sticks on it, yeah. And that one was just ridiculous nonsense. And then I know there's the one with Destiny. I kind of want to watch that because Destiny is like, I know he's a scumbag liar, but he's really smart when it comes to debating. Like, he's very clever.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see like how that played out, because ultimately if I have to decide who's quicker witted, I'm gonna pick Destiny when it comes to like Tonkasaw. Destiny's just a little more like, he's on the ball a little bit more, he's on his game. He does this all the time on his Twitch streams and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, because I believe he was taking the pro-ethical child porn stance. So
well, and I can see that being a disaster, because there's people who just can't have a civil discussion about stuff if they're not comfortable with it.
Yeah. A lot of people can't get past the emotional aspect of it, and they're just going to be angry the whole time.
But here's the thing: ultimately, like, when you're making an argument for stuff like that, whether it's gross or not, you're arguing to try to prevent a kid from being fucked. Their argument is, fuck you, that's wrong. I'd rather let the kid be fucked first, and then I'll deal with the guy that did it.
Right.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, no, it's the same debate. Like, I think the Real Doll or Lolicon type shit.
I mean, we've covered that. Real Dolls, Lolicon, anything that's not a real person, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
My concern
So
with
yeah,
this
I'd be
is
interested to see
it's
what
not
goes.
necessarily the re-victimization, though that is a big deal. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard of Vlad models or Weeb Web?
What is it?
Vlad models, VLAD, Vlad
Oh, okay.
models.
Like Vlad the Impaler
Yeah, like
models?
Vlad models or Weeb Web.
Weeb Web. No.
Okay, so these are actually super old from like the fucking like the earlier part of the internet. And so one of the big things that happened when the internet first started up is they had a lot of problems with child porn and they cleaned that shit up. So along comes WeWeb and VladModels.ru. One is an American site run out of Florida. One is a Russian site run out of somewhere in fucking Russia. Who fucking knows, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess the one named Vlad is the one that's in Russia.
Really, really easy to figure out which is which.
Go out on a limb there.
These were sites that the parents were complicit in, and they would have underage girls, like I'm talking anywhere from like 6 to 16, dressed in like skimpy outfits, underwear, doing like photo shoots. And like videos and dancing, sexy, putting on lotion, and all sorts of nasty, creepy shit.
Right.
And parents were complicit in this because guess what? Fucking money was involved. And so as soon as money gets involved, shit's going to get weird. And I don't see how you could possibly use child porn that's already been in existence without someone being compensated in some way. Like the only way that's going to work is if somebody's getting paid for like allowing themselves to be sort of re-victimized kind of thing.
Yeah.
And as soon as money gets involved, fucking people are going to do it for the money.
Yeah, ethics will break down really quickly if the money's right.
Yeah, and so...
Oh, really quick, I want to thank Stenchever for the endorsement. Assuming that's not like being a smartass, but I'm gonna assume that you're being genuine.
Awesome.
And so yeah, fuck the Kumite, this is the place to be. All right. Again, I can never tell with Stenchever because he is a world-class troll. So he could be fucking with us, but
epic level.
I think he might actually be serious.
I don't know, man. I like William Stenchever. He's cool.
Yeah, yeah. He hates most things. I can respect that.
No, I just like people who will challenge you regardless.
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
I'm wrong about some of the stuff I don't agree with him on. Maybe I'm not, but he's gonna fucking say it.
I never do that. You and Stenchever do it, but I know incredibly rare that I actually fucking.
You've
talked shit on Twitter.
You called me out on some shit before. You were saying like that thing with AP the Frog. You were like, yeah, you went too far, dude. You went way too far on him.
Yeah, but that's minor. Like that. But I'm talking about like how you'll call it Tonka or you'll call out anybody really. You do it to fucking any
Yeah, like, I've called the comedians that had him fucking come down on me. I don't give a shit. Like famous ones. I don't really care. But I just to me it's just words. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's just words. And if you're saying words, not you specifically, but if somebody out there saying stupid shit, then I reserve the right to call them on it and say, that's some stupid shit, and then laugh at them and make fun of them.
Right.
I
don't know why. I mean, I enjoy watching you do it or Stenchever do it, but I don't know. I just don't do it for some reason. Yeah. Like I say, I enjoy it when it's done well, like you guys do it. But I just, maybe I'll start. I'm pretty sure I'm capable of it.
It's a little bit fun. You just got to kind of figure out what somebody's soft point is and just kind of hammer it when they start freaking out and like spurging.
Right.
And you have to like and like I'm careful. Like there's some people I have a lot of respect for that I don't troll. Like I'm not gonna troll. Oh, what's his name? He's got like the big panda bear icon on Twitter. He's super nice.
You mean polar bear?
Yeah. He's got like the polar bear. That dude is super nice.
Metro.
Yeah. He's such a super nice dude. I would never like troll him just to fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's too nice. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I've gotten, I was for a while there. I was leaving a lot of comments on his posts just because they interested me for whatever reason, and he generally would respond, and so yeah, cool dude.
I'll disagree with the dude, but I'm not going to be like on his case because he's too nice. Or like Phaedra. Phaedra's super nice. I would never like be a douchebag to Phaedra.
Yeah, I kind of helped myself up.
Fuck with me like even harder than I could fuck with him. So I don't think that'll work out in my favor.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, or like when you said you'll send the fucking hugs to Satan and satire, shit like that. Like just fucking, it was pretty funny.
I love Satan and satire. That dude is so funny. It's a shame he stopped streaming. He was really fun. I liked his streams.
Yeah, it came on that one time, right? Remember when I was I think it was when I was up in Flagstaff for that week.
Yeah, he came on, and then Engelhardt was on. And that was when Engelhardt did his lecture about the word retard thing again. And I'm just like, anywhere. I love Engelhardt, but man, you got to let that go. Nobody's talking about your brother.
Yeah. No, I get why it's a sore subject for him, obviously. But
no, I do. I just don't understand why anytime somebody uses the word, you have to take that moment to have like a fucking 5-minute lecture.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and he probably draws it out more than he needs
anytime
to.
somebody says nigger, you freak out and give them a lecture on the history of the word. It's like, fine, you're not comfortable with it. Don't use the word.
Yeah. No, pointing out that he's not comfortable hearing it is enough. Yeah. You can use it. It doesn't take the 5 minutes. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And like, I don't have any objection to it per se, other than just like sometimes it's, I don't know, it comes off as a little preachy. I'm sure we all do. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure I have my own fucking ridiculous shit that I get up to.
We all.
In my mind, I go off on some shit that don't. Not cool.
I'm sure we all have our things, dude. For me, it's the anytime somebody mentions borderline or narcissistic personality disorder. Or just I see somebody with it. You know what I mean? I'll be like, I gotta leave a comment. If like there's somebody's covering somebody that I think obviously has it, I'm like, this is what this is. You guys like fucking
save yourself now. Get out. Don't be like Dave Foley. Don't remarry that bitch.
Right. Don't engage. If they apologize, they don't mean it. They don't feel fucking remorse. I'll go into this whole fucking rant about it. Typing, not even talking. Taking the time to type that shit out. Zeph, like somebody like Zeph, or like it's pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah. What was it? So apparently, Destiny supposedly doxed Tonkasa, but I'm not sure because Tonkasa's information is all out in public anyway, and he's been sharing it with certain people. So I don't know if that's really a dox.
Yeah, it seems like the waters have gotten muddied on what exactly constitutes a dox now.
I mean, it's clear that he found the dude's personal information and or what his name is, and videos of him wrestling to make fun of it. So I guess probably you could call it a dox, but
right.
I don't know, man. It just seems like that was all. You're a professional wrestler in public for money. Like you should have assumed that eventually was going to get out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how that works.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know that he actually really cares that much about the wrestling tape part, but
William considers intent matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure Destiny wasn't doing it to be a nice guy.
Any crime, you have to look at intent. Like murder is there's different degrees of murder based solely on whether or not there was intent. So that's a fair point.
Or manslaughter versus murder and that kind of shit.
Well, you gotta say Tonkasa looks like a goofy motherfucker.
Oh, really?
Not the badass looking dude he seems to think he is, or other people seem to think he is. He's a goofy,
really?
awkward looking motherfucker.
That's funny.
Wrestling. He does not look coordinated.
That's interesting.
In his other channel, he makes fun of a lot of like backyard wrestlers, and I'm like, dude, it looks like you were doing backyard wrestling. I can't, because it was not like WWE, like fucking on national TV stuff that was on the videos. Now I don't know if he's done that or not, because I'm not fucking. I didn't go back far enough to actually find his real name. I just watched a couple of the videos. Destiny's obviously going to pick the dumbest ones.
Right.
He's not going to pick the ones that look cool.
Yeah, and it could have been stuff that's early on, but if he's looking if he's looking as awkward as you say he did, it's probably.
Let's hope those were the early on ones, because if that was the final ones, that was pretty sad.
Yeah, from what I understand, he did a lot more of the promotion shit than he did actually wrestling, especially towards the end. I guess
the promotional side of it, yeah,
I believe so. But it was really funny because back in the day, or AKA a couple months ago, Zeph was giving him shit for having a losing record, which I thought was like, dude,
for fucking wrestling, it's fake.
Yeah, that's fucking predetermined. You know what I mean? The outcome is basically predetermined. And Zeph was like calling him.
intense physically, but we all know it's not real.
Yeah, it's fucking scripted or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he was actually like giving Tonka shit because he apparently found his wrestling record and he had lost more matches than he won or some bullshit, dude. And was like giving him shit over it. I'm like, dude, it's fucking scripted. It's fucking fake.
That's fucking Zeph, you're an idiot. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, that has been established many times over. Zeph is a fucking idiot. Yeah. Yeah. Again, delusional. Don't make me do the lecture, dude.
No. I just that's just fucking funny to me. You're gonna go after somebody over a fucking World Wrestling fucking record.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it because he went after him saying he had a glass eye because I guess they did some weird fireball stunt and he had like a patch over his eye for a while. So fucking, like, who cares? Like, even if he did have a glass eye, who fucking cares? Like,
yeah, really, that's not something that you mock somebody for. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't. To me, it would be like, I don't see the point. But all right.
Yeah. But again, Zeph has literally zero self-awareness. It would appear. So it's not surprising.
Oh man. Well, let's drag ourselves away from that crazy shit. I guess cover a little bit of the trailer park nonsense, but
yeah, we've covered enough of that.
Oh, I had some.
Yeah.
So fucking, they're still going after Trump. Like, there's these. I was watching this dude on the news today. They're still fucking like, well, whether it's collusion or it's obstruction and blah blah blah. You know, because he fired fucking Comey, and I'm like, Comey is not the only fucking FBI agent in the FBI. Like,
yeah,
they fired the person because he was leaking information to the public he had no fucking business leaking.
Yeah, Jesus, dude. Yeah, dude. Really quick before I forget again, this is I haven't watched the video yet, but do you know who a hard bastard is?
No.
He's buddies with Styx, apparently. He does a pretty good job of covering the news and shit, the way the politics and all that. I think it was him. Yeah, okay. This is I haven't watched the video yet, but the title of the video is Delusional. MSNBC's Joy Reid claims media is biased in favor of Trump.
Who the fuck? You need to watch the video and like be like, what?
And it's like, holy shit! Like, even Fox News isn't all that fucking biased towards Trump, dude. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of are, but dude, they're so
biased to the right wing just in general. Like, they're not specifically to Trump, and they've kind of gone after him a little bit until he won.
Yeah, and then they would have preferred Ted Cruz won. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, and then they were like, well, we better get in line and not fuck ourselves out of the White House like these other idiots are doing. You know, like, they were like, oh, clearly this is not the side that is popular right now, but we want to be on the winning side.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I fucking heard Joe Rogan talking about the New York Times, and he's all like, you can't just dismiss all they've ever done because they told a few stories that weren't true. I'm like, no, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can be really skeptical, but if they don't provide evidence that they're being full of shit, you can't just take their word for it on anything.
Yeah. Oh, William Sensiver says Tonka does know how to make money. He makes more with 7,000 subs than Sargon does with 700,000 subs on live streaming.
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of super chats.
Maybe not. How does he know that he's making more? Like, what is he getting the numbers off of, though?
Yeah, I think he's speculating, but he really does get a lot of super chats and shit. So
I'm sure he does, but 700,000 subs, like Sargon's, like when you watch streams like Sargon's, the super chats just fly by over and over. So I don't know that that's necessarily true.
Yeah. All right, he may be.
I'm not saying Tonka doesn't make good money with it, and kudos to him for doing it. He's making money. I'm
proportional for sure. But yeah.
But I mean, is that something you can look at and see how much Sargon makes with super chats and how much Tonka makes with super chats? Like, is that?
Yeah, I wonder if there's a place that actually tracks that shit. There's got to be. There's fucking places that track everything nowadays.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just because I know that that's one of the things with Twitch. Twitch streamers, a big thing is, it's a big point of contention that male Twitch streamers generally have more viewers but get less money than female streamers who have fewer viewers and get more money.
Yeah, tits.
So that's pretty standard, is that the ladies will make more with less like audience than the guys with more audience, and people get upset over that.
Yeah, let's get the feminists on that one. Let's get that pay gap corrected, feminists.
So I don't know. I mean, it's entirely possible. That seems like such a. I mean, it would depend on.
I think he's almost certain. Stencher was almost certainly exaggerating a little, but I think Tonka sells a lot of merch for the size of his channel. And again,
well, that's intelligent. Like that's super smart. Like diversify. Don't just count on one source of income if you're making money off of this.
Yeah,
definitely. And I think the apocalypse really fucking drove that shit home. Is that you can't fucking
No, Tonka seems to be a shrewd businessman, a really shrewd businessman on some level.
Well, I mean, he's essentially the entertainer, the same thing as he was before. He took wrestling and he put it on in a verbal format.
It's kind of a marriage of wrestling and Jerry Springer.
Yeah, and I I didn't really like any of the reality TV. I don't like his version of reality YouTube. It's garbage either way. But people are gonna watch what they're gonna watch. People are gonna make money off it. Doesn't fucking bother me.
And I'll admit, I occasionally watch Jersey Shore for a little bit. I mean, when I say a little bit, I mean like 2 weeks. It was funny. It's funny to watch them because they're so fucking ridiculous.
I watched one reality show from beginning to end, and then I never really watched anything else. Like I watched a couple episodes of Jersey Shore just so I would know what they look like, because people were always talking about it. And I'm like, well, I gotta have some fucking reference, I guess. Like I should fucking watch it and see what they look like. And I was like, I don't know. The one I watched, they started talking about grenades and shit, and I was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, they're fucking
a bunch of fucking Oompa Loompa looking crazy fucking psychos. And you're talking about people being ugly? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, they're incredibly vain for no real reason.
But they're all fucking orange.
Yeah, dude, they
all look like a bunch of fucking lunatics.
Yeah, and the situation guy looks like he's fucking 40, and he's apparently like in his early 20s.
Yeah,
like he's fucking not a good looking dude. So much. Yeah, he looks like orange Popeye to me for some reason.
Yeah, that's a fairly good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was I saying? I got sidetracked.
Oh shit! Sorry, dude.
Oh, the one reality show I watched all the way through was just it was supposed to be a game show, but only one dude wasn't in on it. So they made a fake game show, and it was all watching this one dude.
Oh, okay. And, I was thinking of the Jamie Kennedy experiment, but that was something different.
No, it wasn't the Jamie Kennedy experiment. But essentially, the whole thing was they ran this whole fake game show. This dude wins the whole thing. And all these actors were playing all the parts of the other contestants. And you could tell, like, this is before they sort of really reveled in the fucking disturbingness of reality TV. This is early on.
Right.
Because they were getting these, like, real responses from the actors going, I feel fucking awful.
Wow.
like he's so nice, and I have to be mean to him. And it's not even for any reason.
It's just to fucking be mean.
Just to entertain people, and I feel like a piece of garbage. Like, just fucking I hate myself.
Yeah. So wait, it was a fake. What, you don't remember the name of it?
Well, like it was before Survivor and stuff, but it was sort of similar style to that, where like they would eliminate different contestants in a reality game show that went along. And I don't know, it might have been after Survivor because it might have been based on. It wasn't really like Survivor though.
All right, I was thinking a traditional game show type.
No. It's sort of like the elimination.
How did they pull that off?
They all live in a house and shit like that. I don't know.
Was it Big Brother as one of them? But no, that was just that was weird, dude.
Like I said, it was a real obscure little reality show that happened like 20 years ago.
Well, gotcha. The format has been ripped off countless times since then.
Yeah, somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago. And it was crazy because at the end, this dude was just like, I don't feel like I won anything.
Right. Like this was predetermined. I was going to win anyway. Yeah. Although, did he get prize money?
All the prizes that were on the show, he won. And he won the...
Oh, okay.
I think it was like $100,000 or something like that. It wasn't a super large amount of money that we would think now. I mean, at the time, it was a lot.
Right. Yeah, well, I was gonna say that'd be fucked up if they're like, it was all a joke. You don't win shit.
Yeah, and he was like in love with this one girl, and she was leading him on as part of the character, and fucking, she felt awful, and she's like, I don't, I can't. I hate myself for doing this, but this is my job, and I can't just stop now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, William Stenchover in the chat is still going off on Tonka. Tonka says he doesn't do it for the money; he just does it for fun. Though his streams are monetized in Streamlabs, Super Chat, shirts, pillows, bumper stickers, and posters. Yeah, dude, the guy's doing it for money.
Yeah. Next one.
That's not what this is
the next about. One. Read the next comment from Stenchover.
Oh, he's an honest guy. After all, he is a used car salesman.
God damn, Stenchover's fucking vicious, man.
Was Tonka really a used car salesman in real life? That'd be fucking fun.
I believe so.
His job.
Yeah, I hear him mention like Cadillacs or something a lot.
Oh, he really is a used car salesman?
I think he is.
That explains a lot of why I don't like him. I can't stand car salesmen. Yeah. I don't fucking, none of their bullshit works on me.
Yeah, I don't either. Even being a salesman myself for so many years, I can't stand two types of salespeople I can't stand are fucking the car salesman and the fucking timeshare resort salesman.
Yeah.
Fucking cannot stand them.
And the thing is, man, there's like it's not really about what they're selling, it's the high pressure sales.
Right.
That I don't like.
No, that's exactly why I don't like the resort timeshare ones either. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm just saying, like, because sometimes, like, because I've gone to dealerships where the car salesmen are decent.
Right.
Like, they're not lying about shit because they're not high pressure sales.
Yeah.
They're actually just trying to sell you what you want.
Yeah, no, I've definitely had that issue because, like, I've owned nothing but Infinities since I was like, my mid 20s. And I was when I was buying my last Infinity, I went to the actual Infinity dealership, and the guy like bullshitted me. He was like, yeah, this car hasn't even been put out there. It's not even out for sale yet. So you better jump on it while it's hot. And then like I go home and I'm like researching like Infinities on like Auto Trader and shit. And that car was on there on like Auto Trader or whatever site. And it had been on there for like 3 weeks. Like, why do you lie about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I know why they lie. You'd be like, you better get it now because this isn't out yet. Nobody knows about it. But yeah, I was like, fuck you, man. And I even, like, he was, emailing me, and I'm like, dude, you lied to me. I'm not doing business with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's like,
and I'm still trying to fucking bullshit.
Car dealership fucking send me a card. Like, they literally fucking, I don't know how they got my address. I think I did a test drive or something because it's been a long time. Like, I don't remember, but I think I did a test drive of one of the vehicles, and they fucking must have got my address off my driver's license and sent me a fucking like a fucking card in the mail. Like you get like a birthday card, shit, like one of those kind of cards. Yeah.
Wow. That's yeesh. Dude, that's fucked up, especially if you didn't go back there. Yeah, you didn't authorize them or write anything down with your actual address on it, dude.
Yeah, no, I just had to. Well, because they take a photocopy when they let you test drive something.
Yeah.
Even though the guy's in the car with you, they got to make sure you actually have a driver's license or their insurance won't fuck.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But lifting the information from that should be fucking illegal.
Pretty gross. They should be required to fucking shred it in front of you afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Oh, okay. Tonka has 4 used car lots, apparently. Yeah, I think he's actually pretty wealthy, man.
Well, then he must really like fucking Vamp Candy because shit, that girl was like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was just me, but I remember looking at her and like she's pretty average looking.
Yeah. So he must really like her. That must be a genuine relationship. That's kind of cool. I have respect for that.
Yeah. Well, at least on his part. Who knows what her motivations are?
Every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? You can have yourself that trophy wife with 4 used car lots for sure.
Yeah.
And Vamp seems like a nice enough girl. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's like a 5 or a 6. She's not really like
in anybody. She's pretty average. Although in internet land, that's all it takes apparently to fucking have people just fucking think you're the hottest fucking chick ever. Because I've seen a lot, dude, that are like not even fives, like maybe fours, you know, and they're fucking dudes that are salivating over them, dude, like they're fucking super hot. Like, dude, they're just online. Like something about a girl being online. I don't know if it's kind of like the way like an actress who's not that good looking seems more appealing or that kind of thing. But something about them being on the internet seems to make
VR chat is a lot like that. Like there's this weird fucking cachet that chicks have just because they're chicks.
Yeah, they just need to show a little cleavage
all over them. Well, I mean, in VR chat, they're not even like really showing anything. They're just avatars.
Yeah.
But, like if you're genuinely a girl on VR chat, dudes will be all over you all the time.
Yeah. I think that one chick seemed to be following you guys. Seemed to be following you and 4D Mike around. The fucking in the last video you put out for that anime looking chick.
Oh yeah, I'm sure one of them was. I don't know, man. I don't really care.
Yeah, she seemed to be actually tracking you guys. I thought it was weird.
Probably. I don't know. Not really. I don't pay attention to chicks, and sometimes they're like some girls just like if you're not. Hold on a second. Let me clear my throat here.
Yeah. Starting to sound like fucking Wolfman Jack, dude.
Yeah, really, but it feels like I'm not even talking anymore.
Damn, dude.
Apparently, a lot of people think I sound like Seth Rogen.
Yeah, like I said, I never noticed it, but yeah, once they said it, and I was like, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
not exactly. Like I wouldn't be like. I wouldn't think anybody would actually mistake you for him. Like, it's not that close, but it's similar.
Like, man, I'd rather sound like Shaggy. If I'm being honest, I'd rather sound like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's awesome, but that's just not who I want to sound like.
Right.
But, some chicks, if you don't pay attention to them, will just fucking... I don't know. It makes them want to earn the attention more or something. I don't know.
Yeah, especially the hot ones, dude. They're fucking. Well, they're almost universally insecure about their appearance. No matter how hot they are incredibly insecure about it. It's almost like if they don't hear it every 5 minutes, they think they're losing their looks or something. So if a guy's not doing it, I think that's when they're like, "Oh, what's wrong? I gotta have this guy like me too." Everyone else just falls at my feet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a trip. I mean, like me, like I've found in my general experience, like, not that I'm fucking catch. I'm not a catch by anybody's fucking stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, well, if you think about it,
like 6 is more attractive personally than like the 10s, to be honest.
Yeah, they're usually a lot more interesting. They usually have a personality.
You can have conversations. That they're more interesting. They're less aloof.
Yeah. No, when I think back on like the, I think I'd mentioned this before, but like when I was younger, like a lot of times I would bail on a relationship out of like kind of panic and insecurity, like, oh, she's gonna dump me, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean everybody does that.
Yeah. I mean, but like out of all the ones, because I was actually a good-looking guy when I was younger, like not super good-looking, but like good-looking enough that I would get hit on by, perfect strangers occasionally, not all the time. So like I said, not super good looking, but anyways, there's like 2 girls that I really regret not pursuing a relationship with, and those 2 girls are the least attractive of all the women that I've fucking had a chance to hook up with.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, actually, I just thought of a 3rd one, but I never actually messed her. I never actually dated her.
Oh, okay. Man. Yeah, we always talk about sex robots. Yeah, we talk about them a lot. I think it might be time to stop.
Oh, really?
Because the other fucking night, I had a fucking dream where I was fucking an office chair. So, like, I feel like this is directly connected. You have weird fucking dreams, but literally I was banging like an office chair, and I wake up and I'm like, what is wrong?
Talking Spies are gonna fucking put that sound clip out, dude. There you go, geek.
I don't really care, man. That's cool.
Yeah, you're welcome, geek.
I'm not cool enough to worry about people thinking I'm weird. It's too fucking late.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't seem to be trying to hide the fact or be somebody you're not.
Oh yeah, I never have been. I'm not jealous either. Contrary to.
All right. Whoa, you all right? You muted yourself.
Oh no, I just cleared my throat again.
Oh, okay. I was like right in the middle of a sentence. Dude, I was like, what the fuck? All right. But yeah, no, I'm saying that's what a lot of people assume that. I'm like, dude, I don't care about any of that shit. Like fucking money or women.
No,
Like
money,
it's
I wouldn't mind having more money. Let's be fair. I wouldn't mind having.
Well, no, yeah, but
I'm
you're not jealous of anybody. What I'm saying. Yeah. No, everybody.
Man. I mean, like, you know, that somebody's fucking got a ton of money. They earned it. You know, yeah, I'd be like, I'd sure like to have that, but I'm not like, oh, they're a terrible person. I should talk and, you know, talk shit about them. No, it's because.
Yeah, yeah. And my point is that, you know, the people that say that are the types that, how am I going to kind of word this? Well, they're miserable. Even being successful and wealthy, they're still fucking miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. I've met people like that.
Yeah. Like, just, it's kind of sad. Although, yeah, who knows? Would it be better?
So, like, one of the companies I worked for, I talked to the owner a couple times, and I was, because, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'll talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the room, so I'd bullshit with him a little bit here and there. And that dude was such a miserable dude, man. Like, he had this company that's suddenly making, you know, more money in a month than he made all year before he started it. Super fucking successful. He's got the crazy fucking F1 McLaren car. He's, you know, the company, the office is located, like the whole building where we all worked, where all the stuff was done, was located by a small airport in town. Because then he could look across the fucking empty field behind the company to see his airplane that he liked to fly, his own little private airplane. Yeah. And it's just, you know, it's a little fucking 2-seater airplane that he owned. It's not like some sort of, you know, private jet or some crazy ship. But still, that's pretty fucking impressive, regardless.
Yeah, but that's weird. Like, he deliberately chose that spot so he could see that like that?
That was because he loved flying planes. He really loved flying.
Yeah.
And so he figured while he's at work, he should be able to fucking turn around and just stare at his plane whenever he wanted to.
Yeah. That's a little weird. Well, if it was mainly motivated by just being close to it, like you can just take off in this plane wherever.
Yeah, and he would like one of the things that he would do occasionally. He did it a couple times while I was there, but I only worked there for like a year and a half before, you know, the company moved to another state.
Right.
He would take people out for a fucking flight. Like, he would take people out and fly them around, like just regular employees. Yeah. And it was funny because everybody else would just get freaked out. Like, I never won the drawing or the lotto or whatever it was.
Right.
But, like, I would have been like, this is fucking awesome. Whereas everybody else, like, I was so nervous. I'm like, why? You know, you relax, man.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe mode of travel.
Oh, no,
I would be more scared to get in a sports car with them
right next to him. Not because
right. I got you.
They're too freaked out.
Oh, I thought they were worried about him crashing.
No, that's not what they're worried about. You would think that would be the rational fear, but no, they were worried that he was gonna, like, I don't know, fire him or something. They'd say something wrong. Fucking
Jesus, dude.
Just don't talk about work, dummy.
Right.
Because that about the guy don't want to talk to you about work. He just wants to fucking have a good time. He's out flying his plane. So shit about some other stuff.
Yeah. Ask him about the plane. Like, that's probably a good idea. I'm sure he wants to talk about it.
Perfect, man. How long did you fly and how'd you get into that? Oh, that's really fucking cool. That's the shit.
Where do you fly to?
Talk about it. And frankly, I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, that's actually
fun to hear.
Right.
But I used to joke around with him because he'd be in the fucking break room and be like, man, I should just throw all this shit in these shelves away. I keep putting notes out to not leave your stuff here overnight. And I'm like, nah, dude, fucking sell it at a big old garage sale.
Have people come in and check it out.
Yeah,
haggle with them.
Exactly. And he'd have a laugh over it because we both knew, what it was, just minor bullshit, really pissed off.
Yeah.
And he would never have done it. He never did nothing like that,
Yeah.
I think he did at one point, like, have somebody come in and clean out the fridge. But that was pretty reasonable because that fridge was getting stanky. A lot of people bring in fish and stuff that work there because it was a lot of first generation Asian immigrants.
Oh, right.
From like a lot of people from like Laos, Cambodia, some Vietnamese,
yeah, gotcha.
Japanese. Yeah, it was essentially like a lot of first generation from various Asian countries. So a lot of fish.
Yeah, that reminds me. That's why I was late today. I was having my mom had just gotten a brand new refrigerator / freezer thing. And and then the freezer. It was one of those. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's one of the ones where the freezer's on the bottom, like a pull out.
Oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, opens up like a cabinet. Yeah, I had one actually when I bought my house back in the day. I got one of those big ass fucking fridges too.
Well, they're supposed to be like way more energy efficient because cold always sits anyway. So the coldest stuff is always at the bottom.
Yeah, no, they're fucking awesome, dude. I loved that fridge that I had, and this one's really nice too. The one, it's got a shitty kind of design flaw in it, where they have the ice tray, because it has an ice maker, but we're not using it. Basically, like the tray, the big tray that the ice tray goes in, has a little cutout in the back where the ice can come in from the ice maker. What sucks about that is because it has that lower cutout or lower wall, ice easily falls behind it. You can't even have it level with just the top of the tray. Like you can really only fill it maybe 3/4 because as soon as you open it, shit starts falling in the back. And that happened, and it left a little. It couldn't quite close all the way, but it looks closed.
She was like, "I know your shit starts to defrost."
All right. Yeah, and there was a bunch of moisture getting in there and a bunch of frost all over everything. So it wasn't big enough to where it actually made stuff not frozen, but it was enough to let enough air in there, enough warm air in there to get everything all frosted.
To start building up a frost layer,
Yeah, because she was like on with the tech people or whatever, and then I came back home, and then I looked at it, and I'm like, she's like, no, everything looks fine. And I'm like, no, look, there's a gap right here. I'm like, feel the other side and feel this. Like there's a gap, like a good, at least a 1/4 inch gap for this, the seal, the rubbery seal shit.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to pull everything out of there and fucking sweep it out. And that's actually why I was late today, because I was fucking working with that shit.
Oh, dude, you were like
and cooking ribs.
Not really late.
And I was cooking I cooked another set of the fucking the pork back ribs today too, and that was coming off. As I'm dealing with that shit, that's finishing. Like the alarm goes off because I usually just use my phone for an alarm. I don't use the timer on shit. So I left it in for like an extra 10 minutes, like twice. But they actually still turned out really good. Put a lot more.
It's really hard to fuck up ribs, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's again.
Fuck up ribs if you don't cook them long enough. I mean, honestly,
right. Or you cook them too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you cook them too hot and then they can't cook for long enough for the meat to break down.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only way really to fuck them up, because then they're all tough and gross.
Yeah, no, I cook it I looked online, checked it out, because my mom would cook them for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I'm like, dude, that's not long enough from what I'm looking at. Because I went online, because I'd literally never cooked ribs before, like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And all of them are like, no, you cook it at like 225 for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah.
The way I do it is with the crock pot.
Oh, really?
So we take, as much ribs as will fit in the crock pot, which is usually like 2 racks.
Yeah. You cut them up individual, or do you leave them as the racks?
I cut the racks in half so that they'll fit in in the crock pot.
Right.
And it's just gonna be different for everybody, because, like, I guess depending on where you shop and stuff, the racks may be bigger or smaller or whatever. But the ones we get, 2 of them will fit in the crock pot. You put in like a half an onion and a little bit of barbecue sauce on them, and then you add like a 1/4 cup of water, and then you just cook it for like 4 hours.
Right. Keeps them nice and moist.
Yeah. And that cooks them to the point where they're ready to just fall apart.
Yeah.
So you get them out real careful with, like, a spatula or like tongs or something. You got to really support them, because they'll fall apart. You can cook them for like 6 hours, 8 hours. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do.
Right.
Because you do it all on the oven, it just goes all day, and then you finish them in the oven. You put another layer of barbecue sauce on, and you cook them up in the oven real hot, just to caramelize the sauce at the end.
Yeah, that's what the recipe I went with has. Like, you basically just cook them like with the seasonings, and then like the last half hour, like 25 to 30 minutes, you pull them out, you put on the barbecue sauce, put foil over it, and put it back in.
Yeah, it's essentially the same kind of cooking method. Just I do a crock pot for the whole first part. That's really the only difference.
Yeah, that's interesting. I may try that. But yeah, the reason I did it, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, is a grocery store here had a fucking sale on ribs. It was buy one, get two free.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you buy a bunch of fucking ribs at that point. Put them in the freezer.
You get three racks for like $22 or something like that. It's fucking ridiculous.
And you buy like 6 or 9 racks and put a bunch in the... Well, I don't know if you have a big old deep freeze. We have a big old deep freezer. So.
Right, yeah. No, we've got 2 now because we've got the new fridge plus the old freezer. We've always had 2, like a separate freezer beyond the regular refrigerator.
Oh yeah, so okay, you have the same thing I do. Like big old deep freeze.
Yeah, we actually have 3 because my sister has hers too.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, we have one that's strictly a freezer, like you said, a deep freeze. It's just a freezer, and then two regular fridges.
That's what we got. Yeah, I was gonna say it's funny because we got one fridge and freezer in the inside, and then an old refrigerator freezer in the outside that we use for like ice cream and like drinks and stuff. Although I don't drink soda or beer, but that's what it's full of.
Right.
And then a big old freezer that just we keep all the like meat and stuff in to just freeze and.
So
you can buy stuff on sale and then cook it up later. Same exact setup. That's funny.
Yeah. Yep. It works pretty well, man. Although, dude, I don't know if it's just the watching the kitchen nightmares shit, but I don't like freezing anything that wasn't already frozen, man. Like a hamburger or like anything again that wasn't frozen when I bought it.
I've never had a problem, man. Never had a problem.
Yeah, well, he freaks out.
Because we'll go to Costco and we'll buy like ground beef and chicken, and then we'll separate it out into like Ziploc bags. Well, no, the chicken now is all separated out already in like these big containers that you tear off like packets or whatever. But the ground beef still comes in like a big old package, so we just split it up. I think into like 4 or 5 pieces, and
my mom does the same thing.
And I put them in a Ziploc bag and flatten them out real thin because then they freeze and unfreeze really easily when you want to use them.
Yeah, my mom does the same thing, but I just prefer not to. I would rather not freeze something first. I don't even know if it's a huge difference, but yeah, Gordon Ramsay freaks out about that kind of shit. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be something to that.
I've never noticed a difference in flavor or anything. I've never gotten sick off of it.
Yeah, it kind of depends on how long. The only thing I know
is if you freeze something and then unfreeze it and then freeze it again, that can become an issue.
Right. Yeah. So I assume it affects the flavor to a degree, but it's not really noticeable by most people. Like Gordon Ramsay might notice it because he probably has a really refined palate or whatever you want to call it. Most people are probably not gonna notice.
Well, you know what? I was watching a dude barbecue a bologna, so. I wasn't thinking about eating it, but man, an inch thick slice of bologna on a burger bun is.
Yeah, it's probably all right, but yeah, it just seems probably okay, but it seems like overkill, like we were talking about. Just seems unnecessary, man.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure it tastes delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't make myself want to eat it.
You know what I mean? Plus, I can't imagine putting that much effort into bologna, dude. I just can't.
Oh yeah, no, he fucking marinated it overnight, cooked it for slow cooked it in the barbecue for like an hour and a half, and then sliced it up, fucking smeared on barbecue sauce, and then cooked the slices again. Wow. I'm gonna put the grill marks on the the where he cut it,
right,
and then some of it he cut up. Pardon me. Some of it he cut up even more and like diced it into cubes to make into fucking hors d'oeuvres.
Oh wow! Wow, he went all out with that shit.
Well, you know, whatever, man. It's a 4-pound thing of bologna, so what it costs, like $10.
Right. Wait, did you say you'd never tried fried bologna? Is that right?
I've never tried fried bologna.
It's really fucking good. The only thing that sucks is it shrinks like a lot, and it kind of like gets concave on you, like it. You know what I mean? Like
that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that in my head. Like a hamburger does.
Right. Yeah, but it's really pronounced. Like it literally looks like a little.
Like a cheap hamburger, it's super pronounced. I'm not talking about like a good hamburger.
Yeah.
Like those real cheap pre-frozen like paper thin fucking patties you can buy.
Oh yeah. But no, it'll literally raise up like almost like at least a good half inch. Like it'll be like raised up that much. It'll look like a little. It looks like a little bologna bowl, dude. Yeah, I always cut it. Like I'll cut it, and it'll end up looking like a little Pac-Man when I cook it. You know,
cut it. I don't like to kind of let it.
Halfway in. Yeah, you cut it from like the middle out, so halfway in, and then obviously, like I said, it spreads, so it opens it up like Pac-Man opening its mouth is basically what it looks like. Huh. Yeah, or a lot of times I'll actually kind of dice it up, cut it up into little chunks, and fry it that way. And then I'll, throw it on a sandwich with whatever, barbecue sauce, mustard.
I've eaten bologna sandwiches. I'm not against bologna or anything.
Yeah, but no, fried bologna is really good, man. Like I really like. Well,
I've also seen people really seem to like Spam.
I've never tried Spam. I have never eaten Spam, dude.
I mean,
yeah, that's
everybody
weird.
Says it tastes great. Everybody that tries it's like that's really good.
Yeah, some people hate it.
Myself want to do it.
Yeah, well, some people hate it, and other people fucking love it, dude. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, it's huge in fucking amongst the Islanders, man. The Hawaiians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking like Spam fucking. So there's like a Hawaiian barbecue place in town, and like half their menu is Spam dishes.
Yeah.
If that makes crazy sense. So half the shit on their menu is Spam. The other half is like cool seafood barbecue, which is what I get. But
yeah, that's weird. I wonder why they call why Spam became the name for like spam emails, like junk emails.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be referencing the Spam product. There's no fucking way it's not, unless it's some weird acronym for something. That could be possible, I guess. But I assume it's referencing the Spam product.
Yeah.
God damn it! I'll have to look that up later.
Tonkasaw lives in a real shitty apartment for fucking having 4 used car lots.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've seen him on streams, and he's shown his apartment, and it's a real tiny, shitty looking apartment.
No, really? Because the other day he was tweeting about how he drives a Mercedes and that he, there's tree houses in the neighborhood he lives in that are more expensive than most people's houses. Like he had sent out a tweet.
Telling the truth, man. I don't know. All I know is it looked like a real shitty apartment kitchen. It might have been just like deceptive. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm not saying he doesn't own 4 used car lots. I'm just saying it's strange that if you had that kind of money, you wouldn't live in a nicer place.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't really give a shit. So do whatever he wants.
Yeah, no, I never saw any of. I don't know what the dude looks like.
Cities, man, like even with lots of money, you're gonna live in a shitty fucking apartment just because of how expensive them fucking places are.
Yeah, that's true. Although, I would think he would have bought a house by now if he's got that much shit going on. But
it's not always a good idea, though. To be fair, that's not always a good investment.
Yeah, that's true, man. Depends on the market and all that shit too.
Market and location. Just because you do good business in a place might not necessarily mean you want to fucking have a house there.
Yeah,
you might want like a shitty apartment there and then a fucking house somewhere else that's real nice.
Yeah, that's just true.
Like if you were to buy a house, let's see, if you were to travel about an hour north of here, you could probably get a house for like half the price you would buy a house in this area.
Right.
And probably, if you wanted to spend the same amount of money, get a good chunk of land to go with it.
Right. Yeah, land is fucking ridiculous there, man. Anything near the coast, right? Like the closer you get to the coast, it gets fucking ridiculously.
Well, our housing we're an hour from the coast, but we're also about an hour from San Francisco.
Right.
So both of those combined, That's a lot of fucking draw for people wanting to live in this area.
Yeah. So it's probably even still pretty high.
Mad Metal Man in the chat. What's up, man?
Dude, I want to bring this up before I forget. I know this is kind of fucking lacks segue, any kind of segue. Where did
like
this fucking...
has it?
Yeah, that's true. But usually there's a flow to it. Usually there's something that we mention that flows into something else somehow. This one, I'm just bringing it up out of the blue, which I guess I do that sometimes too. But, dude, where did the fucking feminists get the idea that we get our razors for free?
Wait, what? Who said that?
You haven't seen the signs that say, hey, if we have to pay for our tampons, men should have to pay for their razors. Like, I've seen that sign, dude. Yes, dude.
That just doesn't make any fucking sense. We do have to pay for our razors. Nobody gets free razors.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's fake, but I've seen that, and nobody seems to have said. I've never seen anywhere that they said it's fake. But like at the women's march and shit, they'll have a sign like that.
That doesn't make any sense. Like whoever made that sign is a fucking moron. Because like,
dude.
I don't understand why women seem to think they should have free tampons. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No, it really doesn't, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Dude.
Oh, free razor. Did you get the free Gillette? Mad Metal says he was in the chat. He said Dollar Shave Club, or maybe the free razor I got from Gillette when I turned 18. Because I remember, I don't know if they still do it, but when I turned in my draft card, I got like a free fucking razor and a small can of shaving cream from the fucking government.
Right. But that's not a lifelong thing.
No, you get that once. And that razor is not going to last you more than like 2 or 3 shaves.
Oh my god! Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? Where does that? Why would you think that guys get razors for free? They use razors. Well, feminists might not use razors. That to be fair.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna get you on that one, but you said it before I could. Darn
it! Stepped right on it. Yeah. Like, dude. I don't know how that gets perpetuated. Like, how does there not be one beta male feminist that says, "I've never gotten razors for free. What the fuck are you talking about?" But again, they would be beta males, so they might not. They're like, I don't want to speak up and correct them. I don't want to mansplain the fact that fucking razors aren't free for guys.
That is pretty bizarre, man. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of thought it had to be a joke, but
for the fucking draft, and they can send them a box of Tampax, and we'll be even.
Right. Yeah, register for selective service.
Draft card, you get a free fucking pack of fucking tampons or something.
Yeah, like I said, it's just the entitlement, man. Like, why do you think you get that free? And I think someone brought it up, like, okay, so should we all get free toilet paper too? Or, like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Does it fucking become, like, it's already kind of ridiculous. I mean, how much more ridiculous can you make it?
Yeah, just because it's essentially pretty much a necessity in modern culture doesn't mean that you should get it for free.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you need food. Why don't I get my food for free?
I require a house to live in so I don't die of exposure, but that doesn't mean I should get that much for free too. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We all have to work. Sorry, ladies. We all have to work and fucking learn how to support ourselves. It's how that works.
Yeah. And it's not that expensive. I don't believe. Like, I understand you have to buy the pads, but it's not like they're an everyday thing. It's 4 or 5 days or whatever that they need them.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days a month.
Yeah.
They're not super expensive now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's just ridiculous.
So, I mean,
yeah,
because I do grocery shopping, so part of that is I have to pick up pads every so often. But whatever,
right?
They're not super expensive. It's like $10 for like 50 or 60 of them.
Yeah, so I just don't understand, because I think it was the University of Florida. I was watching James on Maxwell. He did a video about it. I think it was the University of Florida where they're like, no, we should all get tampons for free for fucking whatever reason. But I was like, dude, why? Why do you think you fucking deserve that? I just don't understand that fucking entitled mindset, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That is weird.
I mean, I remember as you're a kid, you're pretty self-absorbed and that kind of thing. if your parents are doing a halfway decent job, you probably feel a little entitled about quite a lot. But I don't understand how you can feel like you just deserve that kind of shit for free. Like I never had any fucking thoughts like that where I just deserved products just because I had to have them. Because they were required.
I think if you're a parent, your kids shouldn't come out entitled, though, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Not
like like the tampon thing, but just, if you're taking care of your kids, they're going to be entitled. Maybe isn't the word.
So that's what I was going to say. Like,
I guess, yeah, I don't know what, I don't know how to properly articulate what I'm talking about. Yeah, fuck it, dude. I can't fucking focus for shit right now for some reason. Yeah,
I hate what happens. Like the idea is there, but the words to make it make sense aren't.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Mad Metal got a Mach 3 for the draft card. I don't know, man. I signed up in '98 for my draft card, so I don't know what year.
Yeah, that was way before the Mach 3 technology.
Maybe it's just a difference in when we signed up.
98.
Well, I think Mad Metal is somewhere in our age range.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I would have been 18, I assume. So it would have been roughly 94, 95, somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
Right, isn't it? You do it when you're 18, right?
Oh, he only did it 2 years after I did. Yeah, I was going to say, Mad Metal's not so much younger than us. He did it.
Yeah, 35, Yeah, only a few years younger than
37. Yeah, maybe Texans get a better fucking car and better razor.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Maybe it was just 2 years is all it took to make a difference. I don't know. That is weird. Maybe I don't fucking remember correctly either.
I didn't even get the shitty free razor, so consider yourself fortunate.
Yeah, it was like a little tiny can of fucking shaving foam and a razor that I got. But
okay, so then maybe that's where they get the idea from, because one time you get a free fucking razor when you fucking sign up for the selective service. They think that just keeps happening, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ladies, we will, again, like Stabby said earlier, we'll give you one free tampon when you sign up for the selective service. How's that? Is that a fair trade-off?
What is it? Mad Metal Man was talking about the Dollar Shave Club thing, where you can, if you're not growing a gnarly beard like I am, you can get your razors through that pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And there are services like that for the ladies. There's also like period boxes and shit, like where they get like once a month they'll get a box with like some like pads or tampons and chocolate and fucking scented candles and shit.
Oh, damn, dude. A little period care package for you. For your fucking
like, why not sign yourself up for one of those? Fucking, save a little money, get a lot of extra cool little shit, and yourself or whatever,
Yeah, they just need something to complain about. They're not interested in solutions, Stabby. Knock it off.
All right, fair enough.
Damn. Yeah, I just really. All right, so yeah, that does kind of make sense. I guess that must be what they're basing that on. Is the fact that if you get a fucking razor and some shaving cream when you fucking sign up for the draft.
Yeah.
Women don't have to do that, am I right?
They don't have the draft, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So they don't even have to sign up for selective service.
No,
so yeah, like I said, if you want that trade-off, ladies, you get a fucking tampon or a pack of tampons and you're fucking eligible for the draft. You're fucking welcome to it.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck. That's cool. No, it just
that draft might be coming sooner than people think. You never know, dude.
Yeah, this is true, man. Shit's getting crazy. We're 2 minutes to midnight or whatever.
Oh, that
old doomsday clock
is such nonsense.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Who does that, by the way? I forgot.
It's a bunch of fucking scientists and college professors who want to be relevant.
Yeah.
Essentially, it started out as a legit thing.
And now it's political.
And essentially, now it's just become political. It's a way for them to fucking put pressure on GOP.
Right.
It's their method of like conservatives. We can poo-poo on the conservatives and just raise the clock whenever conservatives do things we don't like.
Right.
Silly nonsense.
Sending trolling tweets to the fucking leader of North Korea.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, from what I've heard recently on the news, the leader of Korea is more open to having like more conversation. He's like apparently like, oh, Trump might actually fucking kill me, so I better fucking be
Yeah,
willing to
that's him. He's
talk with the big boy.
right. No, it's as I always kind of suspected. Is he's not actually crazy. That goes for both of them actually, but like Kim Jong Il or Un, whichever one I can never still remember. But Kim Jong guy, crazy, talks crazy, but he's not actually fucking crazy. He's just acting that way.
If he was actually crazy, he wouldn't still be in power.
Right.
That whole thing would have collapsed.
Yeah. Or he would have actually fucking just nuked people like a fucking lunatic would.
No, I think he's a sociopath. I just don't think he's like.
Yeah, he's not delusional.
Delusional. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's not fucking schizophrenic or something, you know. Yeah, because somebody like they're describing, or even the way he kind of acts, you would think like that guy would have fucking nuked shit a long time ago because he's a fucking crazy person. But no, he's smart enough and fucking lacks the delusion of thinking he could possibly survive the repercussions of him actually launching nukes preemptively. You know, they'd be done in a fucking hour. You know what I mean? Like, it would be fucking immediate, swift, fucking bam, done. Pyongyang no longer exists. North Korea is just a huge fucking crater now.
Well, and there's no guarantee that they'd be able to do much of anything in return.
Mm.
You know, like the just because they have missiles that can get here doesn't necessarily mean that they would.
Yeah. If an actually guidance system and all that shit actually works, you know, it would be pretty surprising.
Well, it's presuming that we don't take out their weapons before we launch ours.
Right.
So, like, the presumption would be that, like, we don't go in with our planes and just level every airfield in their country, which we can do before we launch any other strike. Like, if we were going to launch a nuclear strike, which we won't.
No, there's no fucking way.
Extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
It would just too much of a chance that they could set off other fucking countries launching at us and stuff. It would just be a bad plan.
Yeah, dude, that's the other thing, actually, that reminds me. I forgot who the fucking senator was, but he was on a show on Comedy Central. It wasn't Trevor Noah, because I was still listening to it. So I know it wasn't Trevor Noah. I don't even know what the show was or who the guy was that was the host. But there was some senator that was trying to pass a law like preventing Trump from launching a preemptive nuclear strike. Because apparently he has that unilateral capability, is what the guy was saying. But there's even if he did, or I don't know if that's 100% true. Well, the guy's a congressman.
That's really a function of the executive branch, though.
All right, yeah, but he's never going to do that. Like, you know what I mean? There's no fucking way he's ever.
I don't want that authority taken away from the president.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is he wants to
Trump now, and he's not going to do it now. But I mean, I want the president to have that authority.
He wants to pass a law where it has to be voted on in Congress first. Like, dude, that's a precious amount of time, dude.
That's insane.
Fucking, I don't know if he doesn't understand how nuclear weapons work, but a few hours is going to be fucking deadly. Like, if you're not launching it immediately, as soon as fucking possible, you're going to be fucking toast, dude. And it's going to cost fucking tens of millions or hundreds of millions of fucking lives.
And they'll all be down in their fucking nuclear shelter 20 miles below the fucking earth and, surface of the earth, lead line, fucking gold, eating off of grass flatware, dude. I mean, they don't give a shit about people.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the bunkers when they finally, like, revealed that?
Yeah, they're like these big luxury bunkers, man. It's insane.
Yeah, fucking crazy. Yeah, which I understand why they have that, but yeah, it's a lot nicer than it needed to be.
No, they're going to take all their rich friends down there. You don't think any of the soldiers are going to be there?
Right.
It's just going to be them and their rich fucking buddies riding out the fucking apocalypse, man. It's 30 minutes after North Korea nuke launch, the entire North Korea is replaced with a crater deeper than a trench. Essentially,
exactly. Yeah, like if they're dumb enough to, I assume if they're going to attack, they would attack Seoul, It makes sense.
Yeah.
Which would be fucked up because especially how technologically advanced South Korea is.
Well, the largest bombs they're talking about wouldn't even take out the entirety of Seoul.
Yeah.
It would kill millions of people. It'd be messed up, but
right.
I mean, it would probably make the whole city unlivable, but there'd be a lot of survivors still.
Yeah,
they don't have very large nuclear weapons. Not compared to the scale of the U.S. and like Russia and China and stuff.
Yeah,
because the weapons like we can launch would take out, the entirety of Seoul and the surrounding area. You know what I mean? Like it's
the megatonnage or whatever that they call it of our fucking nukes is ridiculous. Like, the ones that we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki are nothing, dude. They're like fucking firecrackers almost compared to what we're capable of now.
Yeah.
And those were fucking dreadful fucking, a lot of fucking damage, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then again, we have ones that do like 2,000 times as much damage.
But even then, like nuclear weapons aren't really the issue because the only thing they really are at this point is a threat. If you attack me, I've got nuclear weapons, so you can't afford to attack me because if you do, we both launch and the world ends. So it basically is a necessitates actual negotiation.
Yeah.
Like we have to get along because if we don't get along, everybody dies.
Yeah, like I said, Kim Jong understands that. Otherwise, again, if he was a crazy person, he would have done it by now. He would have launched the shit by now.
He just wants nukes in order to be able to justify trying to keep everyone from stopping him from going after South Korea.
Right.
He basically wants something that's going to prevent the U.S. from backing up their ally when he attacks, because he probably plans to attack South Korea at some point in the next few years.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, man. It's fucking some crazy shit going down. Yeah. It's not quite Cuban Missile Crisis yet, but it's kind of heading that way a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it could get bad. You don't know, man. But the thing is, the country he's in is so small that it's not unrealistic to think that, we could bomb out anything he has before he could launch.
Right. Yeah, that may be.
It's not unlikely. So.
Yeah, I'm still amazed. Like to this day, I cannot believe that North Korea has fucking nukes, dude. How backwards that country
it never should have gotten there, and the reason it got there was because our fucking president decided to give them nuclear weapons.
Yeah, or the stuff to make nuclear weapons, right?
Essentially, Obama and George Bush Jr. and Clinton, one after the other, just kept giving them fucking nuclear material.
Like, here, you're going to make these into power plants, right? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't understand the fucking concept behind that. That blows my mind.
Yeah. I almost think they must have been paid off to do that. You know what I mean?
Who knows, man? Fucking, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's like simple as appeasement.
It's like there's this Democratic rep from California who's trying to say like, well, there's a couple things. So there's this memo going around that the FISA warrants have requested, and they're trying to figure out essentially like exactly how the warrants were obtained to spy on Trump. Was it essentially was there no basis in reality for it at all, and it was just Obama spying on political opposition, or not? Because that actually could potentially end up with jail time.
Right.
I mean, it would be customary for them to essentially like start the process and for Trump to give a pardon. And it would essentially be like, we know you did it, you're wrong, you've been caught, and now you're forever tainted, but you're not going to jail because we don't want to send one of our presidents to jail.
You know what? I would do it anyway. I would pardon him after he spent at least one day in jail.
I wouldn't pardon him, but that's different.
Yeah, no. You almost kind of have to.
The rest of the political class, like, no, you know what? If you violate the law, you go to jail. But anyway, he was saying that like he's saying two things. He's saying number one, the memo shouldn't be released because people won't understand it.
Okay.
Which is just a little fucking bullshit. But he's also saying that it's the Russian bots who are responsible for that. That people even want to look at it. That nobody really wants to look at it. It's just Russian bots that keep talking about it.
It's the Russian bot. The fucking Russians. It's always the fucking Russians, dude.
I just had to share that because it's such a ridiculous fucking like Russia bullshit. You're like fucking what?
No, it's pretty out there, man. Yeah, it's always like, dude, who buys that shit? Well, I guess people still are, right? Like, there's a lot of leftists or Democrats that actually still believe that kind of shit, right? Yeah. How about, like, as you said, your parents are pretty left-leaning, right?
Oh, they absolutely think it's true. They think he's a Russian spy. I mean, it's fucking delusional.
Yeah, that's so fucking amazing.
He's a Russian spy who was born in New York and fucking made his fortune in New York. I mean, what are you out of your fucking minds? Like, not
supposed to be a fucking sleeper agent somehow.
And well, how did he make that money? Well, we know. We can go back and like literally look at everything he did.
Yeah, by shortchanging contractors that did work for him.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, that's how he did it. Basically, like every other piece of crap.
Yeah.
He can New York.
He did some underhanded shit, and which again, honestly, it's fucked up. But maybe, it's kind of like a thing, kind of like the steroids in baseball thing. Like, yeah, you can not do it, and you can be out of the fucking league, or you can fucking do it like everyone else is doing it, and be in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's a shitty analogy. I don't know. It sounded good in my head.
Metal says every president since my birth has been an absolute lying piece of shit. I don't like Trump. At least he's trying to keep his word on damn near everything. And that's the thing, man. That's one of the things I like about Trump. Like, he's made a lot of choices I don't agree with. But
yeah, I would agree with you, except I'm a little older. And I think Carter might have actually been kind of honest, and I was alive, but you were probably born after Carter.
So since Carter, he's really the first person who's like, "This is what I want to do," and then gets in office and like starts doing exactly what he said.
But again, I don't think Mad Metal was. I think he was born in 1980, like when Reagan was, or after 1980 when Reagan was president. So I assume Carter only applies to me.
President I remember, and I'm 37, so probably similar for him.
Yeah, I don't remember Carter, but I was born in 76, so I was born when he was president.
Well, I mean, I don't remember a lot about Reagan. I just remember seeing him on TV, like, tear down that wall, that kind of stuff, and then, like...
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Well, and then people being a lot less afraid all of a sudden.
Right. Reagan was a scary dude. Apparently, he scared the shit out of other world leaders. Because he apparently thought... Wacko. Yeah, well, he was a fucking, like, fundamentalist Christian, right?
Well, not only that, but he was a lunatic.
Right. Yeah, apparently he would go into these. The reason I'm saying that specifically is because apparently he would go into fucking meetings with these foreign leaders and start talking about Armageddon, dude. Like, he thought that Armageddon was fucking happening, dude. Like, he thought that Armageddon was going to happen while he was in charge, dude.
That's fucking amazing. That's, okay,
yeah.
I rephrase myself. He's lunatic and gangster as fuck.
Dude, yeah.
he's gangster as fuck, lunatic.
I don't even know that he was doing it as an intimidation thing. I think he really believed it.
No, I know. That's what makes him gangster.
I gotcha.
Intimidation thing. You're a fucking psycho, because that's an insane thing to do as an intimidation tactic. If you're that fucking crazy, that's gangsta to me, because it's like,
I gotcha. Okay,
out of your mind, over the top.
Dude, seriously. Like, can you imagine, like, you don't even have to be raving. It's actually more terrifying to be calmly talking about how you think Armageddon's coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Fucking A, dude. Yeah, that's fucking... I couldn't believe it when I heard that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's not an exact example, but, like, so my last year of high school, one of the classes I took was construction technology. And so, like, we learned how to do some basic woodworking, how to do some basic, like, running, like, regular, like, electronic, running, like, wiring through walls and shit, and, putting an outlet in and that kind of stuff. So, like, I can rewire an outlet or replace an outlet. I can run, electronics cable and stuff. Just real basic shit.
Right.
But there was this fucking Indian dude in class who always used to like pick on everybody and fucking was just nasty dude. And close to the end of the year, at one point, he's picking on one guy, and I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up. And he turned to me, you gonna fight me now? Well, I'm like, fuck you. We have 2 days left. I'm not gonna fucking not graduate high school because you have a fucking issue. I'm just saying, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear your bullshit, man.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry you're fucking miserable.
We want to be done.
Yeah.
And he's all right, well, I'll fucking meet you at the park after school. We'll fight. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'm like, as long as we're not doing it at school, I'll fucking meet you there and then we'll fight.
And in the meantime, shut the fuck up.
No, I didn't follow it up with that because he shut up after that. But and then like after school, that was the last class of dad. Went right from that class straight out to the fucking park afterward. He never showed up. And then the next day he tried to say like I wasn't there. I was like, no, I was sitting there for fucking an hour. I got grounded because your jackass made me get home hella late.
Right. You know, dude, I had that happen to me too. Like, it wasn't an Indian dude, it was some Mexican dude. Like, he was starting shit for fucking whatever fucking reason, dude. And I was like, you know what? Fine, dude. I'm like, you fucking meet me at the bus stop. And then fucking the next day, he's like, you didn't show up. I'm like, what do you mean? I ride the bus home. Like, how are you going to fucking claim?
Where else would I be?
I didn't. Yeah, I fucking ride the bus home. So claiming that I wasn't at the bus stop.
Yeah, and probably in both our cases, it's that neither, like, we weren't super, like, aggressive and yelling or shouting, just calmly, like, all right, fine, then we'll fight, if that's what you really want.
Yeah.
What'll happen? Oh, yeah, Reagan with the Alzheimer's? Yeah, dude, I bet that actually makes a lot of sense. If you had Alzheimer's,
towards the end. Yeah, towards the end, I don't know how bad the Alzheimer's was early on, but yeah, definitely by the end, dude. Although that could have also been just some bullshit to like cover for him. Like, I didn't know what was going on.
But if somebody's not having to ramp themselves up for a fight, you should probably be a little concerned.
Right.
You know, they don't have to amp themselves up and be ready for it. And they're just like, all right, then we'll fight.
Right.
Be like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this wasn't a good plan.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, I thought this guy was afraid of me.
I had a little bit of martial arts training when I was a kid. So like I was pretty fucking tough in high school. I probably would have taken this dude down hard. I mean, he was a little taller than me, but I just was. Nobody'd seen me fight at high school, but if they had, they'd know I just go straight in and I don't fucking stop.
Yeah, so, no, I was definitely.
He'd have wound up to punch, and I'd have just jumped at him and started biting his fucking face. You know?
Yeah.
Totally different style.
Yeah, my reactions are kind of different. Like, I always like to try to psych people out where they refuse to fight. Like, I would act crazy. You know what I mean? I had no interest in fighting him, so I would actually act kind of crazy, get all puffed up and my face all red and shit. But that dude, I really wanted to fight him. I actually wanted
to. Here's the difference between you and me, dude. I'm totally calm until I've been pushed just that little bit too far.
Yeah. No, mine was like theatrics. Yeah, mine was theatrics more than anything, just to fucking because I had no interest. It was somebody I just had no interest in fighting. Like, you know what I mean? I would just kind of act crazy and get him to back down. But like, again, the dude that I was talking about, the story about the bus stop thing, like, I wanted to fucking, that dude pissed me off. I wanted to kick his ass, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I normally, that's my thing, is I've always wanted to avoid fights if possible. For a lot of reasons, but mostly because I especially when I was younger, I was capable of a tremendous amount of rage, dude, and I was kind of scared of what I could do. You know, because like I said, I wasn't violent or anything, but I did have a lot of fucking anger.
Take it too far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was. You know, again, I had a lot of anger, a lot of fucking rage. But again, I never fucked with anybody. I never bullied anybody or anything like that. But I was just capable of fucking. Well, again, I'm bipolar, dude. So I mean, as a kid, like now, I've kind of learned how to manage it. But as a kid, holy shit,
yeah.
That's a fucking nightmare, man.
Yeah.
Of how quickly you can fucking just bam, be switched into fucking rage mode, man.
Oh yeah, no, I've been there, man. Mad Metal says I was pretty violent back in the day, but I never showed anger. I just snapped, not that way anymore. I hurt too many good people. Yeah, dude, I feel you, man. At a certain point, you gotta fucking learn how to control that. Because yeah, I hurt some people when I was in the fights that I did have. I feel bad about now. But you know, I don't react that way anymore, so I'm good. I've grown up. But in high school, that would have been, that would have been bad for that dude. That would not have worked out the way he planned. Because I'm sure he's used to being able to use reach and his height to kind of intimidate people and to keep in their distance. And then he just fucking wails on them from a distance. Whereas I'd be like, get hit once and then just go for the jugular, like with my mouth, literally.
Take him down and fucking. I would take him to the ground and fucking pounce on him. But whatever it takes.
Well, because a lot of people, like, especially really big dudes, don't expect you to come in.
Right, and they expect you to kind of like hang back and try to avoid shit.
Yeah, they're used to being able to use their reach to keep you back and keep you out of their personal space, and that's why, like, in MMA, the wrestlers, the ones who are really good at wrestling, usually end up winning because they've learned like the way to get it is to get in quick and get control of the guy and not let him use that reach to.
Yeah, because it's advantage.
Because you're going to lose if you're going reach. If you're going distance fighting and it's reach against reach, you're going to lose unless you have it.
Yeah, I don't know why this made me think of that. Yeah, I don't know why this made me think of that, but I saw this video one time of this guy that was I can't remember if it was like jujitsu or it was one of the martial arts, one of the ones where they kind of incorporate grappling and that kind of shit, like wrestling, grappling type shit. And basically, he goes into like this other guy's dojo or whatever you want to call it. He's an expert, like whatever the equivalent of a black belt would be. But he was acting like he was a novice, and he would go spar with people. So like he just wanted to kind of see the reaction and like how they acted, getting beat by somebody that's supposed to be a novice. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like they'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking destroy this guy," and then he would kick their ass. And he was an average sized guy, but he was really good at whatever the fuck. Obviously, he was a master. But yeah, it was funny because the guys would be like, "Dude, I was getting really pissed off that I was getting beat by an amateur." And he was like, "But now that I know you're fucking essentially a pro, it doesn't feel as bad." But you could see the dudes getting really frustrated with the fact that they could not get this dude off of them. Like as soon as he got on top of them, they could not get him off, dude. And again, think about it, dude. Like as we all have some level of pride. I probably wouldn't mind that much at this point in my life, but in my younger days, if that was happening to me and some amateur was kicking my ass, I would be fucking, I would fucking rage on that shit. Like so later on, I'd probably laugh about it. The fact that they. Well, and
then later on, you also have to figure out. Like, all right, what did he do to win, and how do I learn how to do that?
Right. Like, how do you just know how to do that?
Well, that's what you do. Like, if you lose a fight or something, you figure out what they did that made them win, and you learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Or how to counter it better or something. But, like, you never want to just be like, oh, they got lucky. That kind of shit.
Yeah. I didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, and then that counts for anything. Like somebody beats you at whatever, you always want to.
Yeah.
Well, I spelled Aikido wrong? Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, you want to look at your mistakes, get better.
Yeah, Aikido was what I learned when I was in like grade school. I knew a little bit, but I don't think like Mad Metal in the chat was saying he was a kickboxer guy. I didn't really take a lot of lessons. I just learned a little bit when I was in grade school and then never really followed up on it. Aikido. So Aikido is more like judo. It's less striking and more about taking your opponent's force and like throwing them and shit.
Using their force against them, using their momentum against them, that kind of shit.
Funny martial arts story. My mom, when she went to college, there was one taekwondo, not taekwondo. What's that? The Tai Chi. And he taught Tai Chi as self-defense. So there's two forms of Tai Chi. There's one that's an actual. Who's the sore losers? I don't know, man. I just picked it. I've run out of shit. Dave, sorry. But anyway, there was. You know what? These are the sore losers. This is it right here. So there was one Tai Chi guy who taught Tai Chi, the actual martial art, not the fancy exercise thing.
The glorified exercise routine.
Yeah, well, I've done that. That's kind of fun. Like this slow kata stuff. It's a little bit entertaining, and it's
essentially stretching and exercise, though, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and then this guy taught the actual martial art form, and there were like four instructors who taught karate as a self-defense thing, and so the karate students would always mock the Tai Chi guys, like the kids. They'd harass them and make fun of them, and so the Tai Chi instructor went and talked to the karate instructors, like, could you ask your students to stop doing that? It's really inappropriate. Like we all are teaching martial arts. This is not what that's really about. It's, they shouldn't be mocking them. The instructors were like, ha ha ha, whatever, dude. You're a loser kind of thing.
And so he's channeling the Cobra Kai guy from Karate Kid.
Sort of similarly, yeah. They're not quite that insane, but just like, whatever, dude, you're a loser. And so he challenged him. Like all of them at once, and they had a public match, and he beat all four of them thoroughly, over and over around the fucking mat.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Handed them their asses, and that was the end of that. Like nobody ever made fun of the Tai Chi students again.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Well, he probably have been doing it a lot longer, and these were probably like, here's my guess, because I don't think karate is some sort of weak ass bullshit and Tai Chi super badass. My guess is he's probably been doing it for a really long time, because it's a lot harder to find people to learn Tai Chi from. And these karate guys probably got their belts from like a fucking factory, essentially, and probably didn't really know karate that well in the first place.
Right.
So it was like a combination of fucking factors there.
That's fucking awesome, though.
What's TKD? Dane Cook. Dave Murphy's talking about TKD is the Dane Cook of martial arts.
Yeah, Taekwondo.
Oh, Taekwondo. I never.
I assume.
I don't know Taekwondo.
I assume that. I don't know for sure, but that would be my guess. But no, he did a quote. It was from the fucking Archer, where he was like talking to Cyril. Do you watch Archer?
No, I never watched Archer.
It's a really good show, dude. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. At least the first few seasons. Anyways, there's one in there where he's like, the guy's like, "Oh, okay, so you guys learn karate or what?" And then the Archer guy's like, he's like, "Karate? The Dane Cook of martial arts? No."
Oh shit!
Like we have a Krav Maga, whatever the fucking Israeli guys do. It's like we have a Krav Maga instructor come in and teach us.
Yeah, Archer is it's the cartoon, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, it's really fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, there's just a lot of first season I haven't watched because I don't really watch TV. So to be fair,
yeah. Well, no, it's on Netflix now. So
it's on Netflix.
Or it has been. It has been on Netflix for quite a while. Yeah. No, I've watched it since the first season, dude, and I was pretty like hardcore about it. Like I was afraid it was going to get canceled. It was on FX, and the fucking show was so good. Like I was constantly telling people to watch it because I wanted to make sure that it didn't get canceled. And it turns out it totally worked. It was totally because of me. Yeah, no, but seriously.
That is fun. I like being into things that much, where you're like, no, everybody needs to get into this because I want it to keep going.
Yeah, but yeah, check it out. Just watch. If you don't watch the first season. If you're a few episodes in and you're not into it, like within a few episodes, you're probably not going to like it. But I would be surprised if you didn't like it, because he's just like a fucking James Bond type dude that's just completely arrogant, fucks all kinds of hot chicks, and somehow manages to fucking get himself out of whatever fucked up situation. He'll go into shit completely unprepared, but somehow manage to pull it off. Just a completely arrogant fucking prick. It's John Benjamin. John Benjamin does the voice. The guy that does Bob and Bob's Burgers. He's another
show I never watched.
All right. I'm trying to think of what else he's been in. He's really well known. He's like kind of like the comic voiceover guy as far as that shit goes. Like he did. Did you ever watch Home Movies? That show, cartoon Home Movies on Comedy Central.
Oh man, you just keep naming stuff I haven't seen.
Yeah. Well, that one is okay, but he does the Coach McGurk character on there. That's really fucking funny. Yeah, H. John Benjamin. Yeah, Yeah, he's again really well known voice actor. But yeah, he does the voice of Archer, and yeah, he's a really funny dude. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else is on there. Aisha Tyler does one of them. What's his name? Chris Parnell does one of the characters. Yeah, it's a really good show.
Yeah, you've definitely done a good job pimping it out. Ladies and gentlemen, podcast later, please go watch Archer on Netflix.
Yes, it's a very good show. I forget, and it's funny though because I've missed like entire seasons of it because I'm a fucking flake. But they're pretty much all again on Netflix. It almost sounds like we're sponsored by it. We're actually not. Just to be clear, we are not sponsored by Archer or Netflix. Even though I can understand why you get that impression at this point.
Yeah, really. Well, I just got a bunch of shows that I watched came out with new seasons on Netflix, and fucking I got like fucking ordered like 16 books or something. 16 books I got for like $60 online because there's like a used bookseller that I found.
All right.
And so I was like, oh my God. And I ordered all the books that I fucking have read long time ago, but just are no longer in print and can't find them. And so I'm like, I got all these books come in. I got all these things. So like, I got a bunch of fucking entertainment. I got to fucking work my way through. So it'll be nice.
Shit. We'll see. Yeah, see, they know it. They know what show I'm talking about. The two people in chat.
Oh, dude, just it was okay. I kind of vaguely know what you're talking about. Like, I know what Bob's Burgers is. I just haven't watched it.
All right. Yeah, that one's a little iffy. Like, I really like Bob's Burgers, but I understand why, people wouldn't. I think you kind of would. Like, the fucking characters are really fucking wacky on that thing.
Yeah.
Because it's, like I said, John Benjamin does one. Eugene Merman, who's a fucking weirdo, he does one of the voices. Kristen Shaw, I think her name is. I'm trying to think of what she's been in that you would actually know. You remember Dinner for Schmucks? Or not Dinner? Well, yeah, Dinner for Schmucks.
Yeah, I remember that. I watched it.
You remember Paul Rudd's like secretary or whatever?
Not offhand.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. That's her. I'm trying to think what else she's been in that I can fucking. The Last Man on Earth show, I think it was called. They had that on TV. You might not have seen it. I never watched any episodes, but I think she was in that. She does a lot of voiceover stuff too.
Yeah, see, like voice actors, I'm not going to know offhand, but I've probably heard them. You know what I mean? Like, because I've watched a lot of different cartoons, so I'm sure, like, at some point I've heard them.
Yeah, you can look her up, but you probably recognize her. She is not an attractive woman, in my opinion, but she's really fucking funny as far as doing characters. Like you said, she does a lot of, like, I think she does characters on Adventure Time, Gravity Falls.
Adventure Time I've watched a lot of.
Right. Yeah, I fucking love that show, dude. And they're fighting. They're doing the final season.
Every single chance it was on.
Right.
And so I've seen a lot of episodes just because I'd be like walking through and then I'd look over and what the fuck is going on? And then I just sit down and like mesmerized by like what the fucking insanity was going on that screen.
Yeah. No, it's really weird, but the characters are fucking really unique. Like they're fucking bizarre, but they're like they do a really good job of their character development, making all the characters really unique.
Oh, which I always find impressive. Murphy just burned that chick you were talking about. Just be honest, she looks like she can do a glory hole for a living.
No, she is not attractive at all. That was my point. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, maybe other people think she's hot, but she's got like the voice. As far as a person,
I gotta look her up, man. What's her name again?
Kristen. It's Kristen. Last name Shaw. Schaal. I'm pretty sure it's Kristen. The last name is definitely Shaw, Schaal. Sorry.
All right, Kristen Shaw. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. She is not attractive at all, in my opinion.
She's fucking hilarious, dude. She's
really fucking funny, dude. Yeah. But yeah, she does a voice on there.
She gotta be good in this act, man.
Yeah. Right. You think so?
That's my guess.
Yeah. No, she's again, she does all kinds of shit. Who else is doing the show? Dan Mintz, who's somewhat well known. He does one of the characters. And then the really weird thing about Bob's Burgers is, out of the main characters, like the wife, Bob and his wife and the 3 kids, out of the 3 women, Kristen Shaw is the only woman that voice is actually a woman. The other 2 are done by dudes. Tina is done by a dude.
Kind of like makes me want to watch it a little bit. To be honest.
The mom is actually voiced by a dude, and Tina, the oldest daughter, is voiced by a dude.
Oh man,
yeah, and they're all fucking weird. Like all the kids are just fucking, bizarre, dude. Like just like the weirdest weird kids you can imagine. Like all 3 of their kids are just fucking.
In my family, then.
It could be. Yeah.
I don't know, we had this little kid. So like because in my neighborhood we all know each other. At least we used to. People have moved on now. But the neighbor across the street, their little girl came over one day. Me and my sister were sitting out chatting on the fucking front deck, and she came over, sat down next to me on the little fucking one of the chair things out there, this little bench seat we have, and just started like waving her arms around and making noises for like a good 15 minutes for no reason.
Oh wow.
And then just like left.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So it's just fucking bizarre. Me and my sister were like, the fuck was that? Just a little kid being weird,
Yeah.
And at one point, fucking, we were all sitting out in the garage because we have like a couch and stuff out there because it's, California. So it's warm enough in the summer that you just hang out in the garage on like a couch watching TV and shit.
Right.
And this other kid from like down the street, this other little girl from down the street came up with her friend, and she's got like a hula hoop on, and she puts the hula hoop over my brother's head, and then walks off, and she's like, "I ate your head. Your head is in my belly," and then just left.
Damn,
man, I can imagine some weird kids, dude.
Yeah, but they're bizarre. But like, it's funny because like they're kind of like the parents just accept them as being weird, which is pretty cool message to kind of send out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
And they're again, it's really funny. Although it is pretty ridiculous how obscure the references are, like coming from kids, like and dated. Like, dude, there's no way a kid that age would be aware of all the stuff that they seem to be aware of. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Which I think I found it even funnier, the fact that they do that. Like they have kids that are referencing shit from like 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever.
Oh yeah. I'm not. My yawning is because there's a fucking skunk where I work now, so I'm having trouble sleeping at night.
Oh, that sucks.
Fucking it moved in under the house, and they're trying to figure out how to get rid of it, and it's like fucking hire an exterminator. You fucking shoot. Somebody hung a net that it's getting in and out from under the house over, but that's it. And I'm like, that's not gonna fucking make a difference.
Right.
It'll scare it. Fucking moron.
That's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, let's scare the skunk, man. Good plan.
Yeah, get right up there. Yeah, get him nice and scared. Get him up on his front legs. Let him spray you with that shit. Yeah, it's weird how an animal that small can be terrifying, though. Like that fucking.
It just smells so fucking bad.
God, it's fucking god awful. I remember
it gets into the back of your throat, and fucking you can taste it. And
yeah, have you actually been squirted by them?
No, but I've been close to things that have been sprayed by them.
Oh wow, and even that's enough where you can actually.
Wow. Well, you can leave though. See, that's the thing. It's like, oh, fucking, I ran over a skunk in the car and it sprayed my car. I can walk away from the car.
Right.
But if you're the one that got sprayed, you can't walk away from you. You're fucked.
Yeah, yeah, that's fucking awful. I imagine. Yeah, I remember one time I took my wife and the kids camping. Obviously, my ex-wife at this point, but I took them camping. The kids were already asleep, but me and the old lady were sitting around the campfire, and a fucking skunk came right up to the fucking fire, dude. It was probably within about 10 feet of us.
And then you guys are just like, don't fucking move.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like yelling at it and fucking like, get out of here, like trying to scare it, getting all big. But yeah, no, it actually got up on its front fucking paws and getting ready to fucking spray me, dude. And I was like, oh fuck. But luckily I fucking like, backed up a little bit. I threw a rock at it and fucking it took off. But yeah, like it's like, dude, they're not that big. Like, they're a decent size for a rodent or whatever the fuck they are, but like still not that big, but terrified of getting sprayed by that, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, plus the rabies thing, yeah. It's a big part of it.
Apparently they're all rabid in Texas. That's fucking terrifying. Skunks with rabies on top of being fucking skunks.
Yeah.
Like,
they're actually
the only time I've ever seen a skunk that wasn't dead on the road was definitely while I was camping. I got up in the middle of the night one night to go use the bathroom, and a fucking skunk was just running off in front of me, and I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because you're between me and the bathroom, and I really got to pee.
It's weird. I think, raccoons are actually bigger, but skunks are more scary to me than raccoons are.
Well, raccoons,
just because
most of the time, will just run away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they'll try to sneak in. Yeah.
And then
I actually had one. Yeah, dude, they're fucking. That stench is terrifying. Because here's the thing, especially when you're with other people. Like, it'd be bad enough if you're even just by yourself and you got to drive home stinking like a fucking skunk. Like, even that's bad. But you imagine having to fucking ride home with a bunch of other people. Yeah, I can imagine that happening in the summertime. I camp
by myself at this point. I'm not really interested in camping with other people unless they're similarly like, let's just relax, read some books, fucking go do some hiking, and fucking eat some fucking shitty hot dogs cooked over a fire.
Yeah, dude, anything cooked over a campfire tastes fucking amazing, though, dude. God damn, I love that shit.
Steaks are the best. I've done steaks.
I don't think I've ever actually done steaks. I just know, just even...
like you can either get a grill to put over the fire and do it that way, like with a grill, or you can get like a... it's kind of like a similar thing to how you make toast, but it's like a little grill basket that closes up with long handles to roast over the fire like a marshmallow. It's pretty fucking good either way.
Yeah, no, we have a thing that takes the hamburgers. Like, you can put like 4 patties in it, and it's got like the dual handles that come out, so you can flip it. Grill, and closes down on it. It's got the 2 long handles. It's got the grill on both sides, obviously, on each handle. Yeah, so it opens up, you put them in, close it back down, and all you got to do is just flip it. And yeah, you can cook at least 4 burgers in there, maybe even more if they're smaller.
So the one I'm talking about is similar, but it's not as big. It was just for like a steak or like 1 or 2 burgers.
Yeah, and I've seen ones that are for like toast and that kind of thing, where it's just one little box, like a bread size.
Well, the one I had for toast wasn't grills. It was just a metal box. Yeah, like a little metal packet that you like slid it in, but it barely was big enough for bread. And we always ended up using it for s'mores.
Oh, nice.
You put the graham cracker in, the chocolate, the marshmallow, the other graham cracker, close it down in there, and roast the whole thing.
Yeah.
And those were amazing, but you had to clean that thing right after you used it. I don't think you did a couple of times. And then it just got thrown away because it was like, no, this is not worth trying to scrape this fucking burnt marshmallow shit off of fucking.
Yeah, burnt marshmallow, even not burnt marshmallow is fucking a little bit of a pain. But trying to get burnt marshmallow off of something, you almost have to take a putty knife or a fucking some kind of scraper to it, dude.
Yeah. Although speaking of marshmallow, since we're talking about marshmallow, best thing in the world is to take one of the bricks of cream cheese and a jar of marshmallow fluff and use an electric mixer to beat them together. And it's like a cream cheese dip. Like you dip strawberries, brownies, any kind of fruit, even graham crackers. It tastes like cheesecake almost.
Wow, that's interesting. Really, that sounds awful. Cheesecake. When you first say it, it sounds awful.
Well, but I never think like the whole thing. You put it out at like a party, and you just have like everybody has a little bit, and it's cool.
Yeah. But I just don't think of cream cheese as dessert. I think is my problem. I never think of that as like dessert. Like I'll put it on bagels and shit, but I'll never mix it with strawberries or anything sweet.
Oh, but if you're making a cheesecake, it's not it's not dissimilar from making a cheesecake.
Right. Yeah.
You know, adding sweet to the cream cheese. It's essentially the same thing. It's just not as thick. But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, all I was saying is my initial reaction was like, that sounds horrible. But then I was like, oh, yeah, they do that. Plus, I think I had talked about this before. There's a place back upstate New York that my mom went where we used to live, or by where we used to live, that had a chocolate cheese, or it was chocolate with cheese in it. And it tasted fucking amazing. It was like creamy, incredibly creamy fudge, dude. It was fantastic.
I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was fucking one of the greatest things I've ever eaten as far as chocolate or fudge or any of that kind of thing.
Oh, it's like you could do like Nutella and cream cheese on like a croissant, like split it in half and spread a little Nutella and a little cream cheese in there. It's like a cheesy chocolate sort of pastry Danish thing.
Yeah, I gotta try that. Because I actually I like cheese Danishes too, come to think of it. But when I think of just straight cream cheese, anytime I think of just straight cream cheese, it's for like bagels. Like that's the only thing I've ever put cream cheese on. Or really use cream cheese for. It's for fucking bagels. Yeah, because I'll usually, my favorite thing is a bagel. Like I'll actually put cream cheese and then a regular slice of cheese, and then put a bunch of tuna on a bagel. I fucking love that shit, dude.
I've done cream cheese and jam. If you've ever put a little jam on top of cream cheese or it's like fruit or something, it's really good.
Yeah. Again, that's I think that's like I said, that's my issue is the fact that I've never associated that with anything sweet.
I don't think I tried it until like my mom said something when I was in my mid-20s, and I was like, oh, I've never thought of that, and so I tried it, and I was like, oh, this shit, that's good.
Actually, you know what? Mine too. Actually, it was I think when I was working at the local Catholic school, it was a daycare aide. It was the first time I tried it on bagel, and my issue with cream cheese is I confused it with cottage cheese, which I do not like at all. I can't fucking stand that shit. So for some reason I thought cream cheese and cottage cheese were the same thing. Then I tried it like they had it as like on bagels at the kids for snacks or whatever. I tried it. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking really good. I'm fucking kind of mad that I fucking had that misconception all these years.
Oh man, there's like it's called mascarpone. It's an Italian dessert cream cheese kind of thing.
All right.
And it's really similar to cream cheese. So if you're making like a cheesecake, you can replace up to a third of the cream cheese with mascarpone, and it'll make it lighter and fluffier.
All right.
And give it a more like, I don't know, just a
creamier texture.
It'll give it a lighter, fluffier texture, but the flavor it just is so much better.
Oh, gotcha.
It just elevates it. The flavor is cleaner, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but it really makes it taste better.
Huh. All right. But that's good enough. It's better.
You better buy like a pie at the fucking like a pie place or whatever, and it's got that whipped topping that just never fucking goes flat. Like it's whipped cream, but it's like a thick whipped cream.
Oh, right.
I figured out how to make that shit. You take it and make up the whipped cream like you would normally with like powdered sugar and a little cream of tartar, and then you mix in like a tablespoon of mascarpone cheese. And then that shit comes out like super thick. It doesn't like deflate or like go flat or melt essentially like whipped cream usually does when the air comes out.
Right. Good. Yeah, that's interesting. You know what's
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your thought, man.
No, I was just trying to like recreate Baker's square pies for my dad one time because we used to have them and now they're like none of them within like 2 or 3 states.
What is it? Baker's
Square. It used to be in California. Now I think the nearest one is in like New Mexico or something.
Oh, it's a name brand. Okay, I was thinking that was an actual name of the food, of the dessert or whatever.
No, they had a couple different pies that my dad really liked and that we all really liked. So I tried to remake them one year.
That's cool. Great. But yeah, what I was going to say is it's going back to the cream cheese thing actually. But have you ever tried taking like canned salmon and mixing that with cream cheese?
No, but that sounds delicious. Because
Yeah.
I've done like the smoked salmon on a bagel, like the lox.
Yeah.
And that was really good, as long as you get the right kind of lox.
Yeah, but it's the same way tuna fish comes. Like you get a can of like salmon.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, like, I've already done the lox, so I can't imagine that wouldn't be like just as good.
Yeah, it's fantastic, dude. I'm like Ritz crackers or saltines, whatever. It's good shit. It's a pain in the ass mixing them together, just because cream cheese is kind of a pain in the ass. Like you don't want to fucking mix it yourself, like by hand. You want to have some kind of mixer do it. But yeah, it tastes really fucking good.
Well, I got one of those stand mixers, so because I'm lazy. If I'm making cookies or bread or something, it's much easier to just let the mixer do all the work and not have to like, hold up the fucking electric mixer.
Yeah, man. My sister has one, and again, I think I'd mentioned this before when I made the scotchies, the oatmeal cookies with the butterscotch chips. Dude, it's literally, if you're doing that by hand, it literally, like me and my son would do them. We do them like every year for Christmas. And it would literally take us like a good hour and a half to properly mix in all those fucking oats and shit. Because you're essentially taking like what the cookie dough is, like for a chocolate chip cookie, and mixing in like 6 cups of oats into that. It sucks, dude. It's really difficult. And the fucking, that mixer did it in like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're making bread, they have a dough hook that can actually kind of knead the bread for you pretty well.
Yeah, it's the one that it spins around. It's got different attachments and shit. Yeah, it's the same as, or similar, I should say, I'm sure.
Well, what's really nice is you can buy all sorts of stuff to fucking put on the front of those things. Like you can buy like a pasta roller and like a meat grinder and fucking just attach them to the front end of it and fucking do all sorts of other shit. Get crazy, make your own sausage, whatever you want, man.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, that does remind me. I didn't realize that you're not supposed to melt butter when you make the cookies to make it easier to mix.
No, yeah, you're not supposed to. I've never seen it be that much of a difference, but yeah.
I've seen it. They still taste fine. They still taste great, but yeah, they don't cook as evenly, and it doesn't puff up as much.
Yeah, that's the issue. It ends up a little flatter.
Yeah. But yeah, I never did that. I always melted it like in the fucking microwave because I'm like, I don't want to fucking stir that shit in. But yeah,
you're supposed to sit it out on the counter until it's soft, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I'm aware of it now. But I never cared. Like they always said, to do it the way you said, and I'm like, why does that fucking matter? And it turns out it does.
Well, see, I had the benefit of my mom fucking. I learned how to bake all sorts of things from my mom growing up, so.
Right.
Like I can do the whole like yeast bread from like scratch and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Not that that's a complicated recipe or anything. But.
Right. Yeah, most of mine was always because I have a fucking severe sweet tooth. Almost all of mine, the shit that I did on mine was always dessert shit. Whether it's the chocolate chip cookies. Anyone that doesn't use milk chocolate chips instead of semi-sweet, I strongly suggest you try them with milk chocolate chips because they're fucking amazing. But yeah, like I said, the oatmeal cookies with butterscotch chips has got to be one of my favorite.
Well, that's interesting.
Right? Yeah, it's
go ahead.
I was
gonna say Matt Mel says he uses butter and heavy cream.
Yeah,
heavy cream. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I have to try that too. But yeah, if nobody's ever had those, man, Scotchies, oatmeal cookie with butterscotch chips is really fucking amazing. But a pain in the ass to make. Yeah, but I never see them sold anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never see them made at any kind of like bakery and supermarkets or anything like that. So I end up having to make them myself.
I don't think so.
But yeah,
then again, actually, the most of the bakeries that I see, I don't really go to bakeries, but most of the stuff I've seen is like in the Safeway bakery, and that is pretty fucking subpar at this point.
Yeah.
Shitty stuff, dude. I bought brownies the other day, and they were fucking awful. It was just
like, oh, really?
They were so fucking bland and heavy.
No, I actually like those, dude.
No,
I actually
but
like the Safeway. They're almost fudge. They're like incredibly
they didn't even taste chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Chocolate flavor. That's what I'm saying. Like they had they were super dense, which isn't a bad thing. They just had no fucking flavor.
Oh, okay. No, my experience is completely different, dude. The Safeways here, they're fantastic. Yeah, I don't normally like them dense like that, but those ones they make at Safeway are literally almost fudge. Like they're so fucking thick.
See, these were not even close. Yeah, they were awful.
Bad brownie should be a war crime.
I'm not gonna fucking war crime. Yes.
Yeah, how do you fuck up brownies, dude? Jesus,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, those are literally like, as far as store bought brownies, those are literally my favorite. The ones that they have. I don't know if that particular Safeway bakery just sucks or what, but although I haven't gotten them in a while, so I have to check. Maybe they've changed the recipe.
It's been over the course of the last couple of years that the bakery has just turned into garbage.
Nah, that sucks, man.
Like the donuts and stuff used to be really, really good, but now they're just like really mediocre, and we keep buying them. I don't know why. Like, I guess my dad really likes the fucking cinnamon rolls that have like chocolate on the top of them.
Oh wow, interesting.
Like these little, and they have them with like chocolate frosting or maple frosting, and I get them. They're all right. They're kind of way too much sugar though.
Yeah, I have a tough time with that. Even there's very little though that's too much for me. But yeah,
I'm a big fan of old-fashioned donuts, and like my favorite is the plain old-fashioned. Those are just like, I love those.
Yeah, just a round ring donut, you mean?
Yeah. Just the old fashioned. It's so like there's regular ring donuts. Let me see if I can find a picture so I can show you what I'm talking about. If you don't understand what I mean.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just a regular donut, like a round donut with a hole in it.
I like those. I like donuts like that are plain too, where they're just Here we go. Because once you see it, you'll get what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. What do you got? What do you got?
See, that's an old fashioned.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, I like those, but plain because they got little crunchy bits on them too.
Yeah. Those are really good.
Favorite. Like, I'll take the regular, just plain ring ones too, but like glazed or plain are my favorite with this one.
Nice. Yeah, no, those are really good. Okay, yeah, I was thinking of more of the uniform roundness ones, which those are good too. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Like, it's crunchy and soft. Like, it's not crunchy quite, but close to crunchy, and soft on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really good. You know what I like, and I can't seem to find anywhere, is I don't know if they call it something different here or not, but we call it a Napoleon. Which is essentially, it would have like a layer of like really flaky whatever dough or whatever, really nice, light and flaky, a little bit of custard, a layer of chocolate, another layer of the flaky shit. It would have like two sets of layers of that shit. And it was just, on the top layer would be another layer of chocolate. But I can't find them anywhere here, man. Like, that's when we were back in New York. Like, that was like the fucking donut to have. And again, I cannot find them anywhere. I'm actually like just searching it. I'm gonna look under pastry. Maybe if I put pastry, because it's not really a donut. All right, pastry. There we go. Okay, yeah, like search that if you don't mind. Type in Napoleon pastry, and pull up and so I can show them. I gotta figure out how to fucking present. That'd probably be a good idea. One of these days, I'll bother myself. I will stoop low enough to do that. Actually, figure out how to do shit.
It's almost like it's not quite like a petit four. It's like what's the fucking, starts with an M.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever known it as, was a Napoleon.
No, I'm not saying it is the other thing. I'm saying it's similar.
It's similar, right? No, I got
similar
you.
To it starts with an M. It's like it's another French dessert too. But see what you're talking about, like that right there.
Yeah,
that looks amazing. That looks way too cheap though.
Yeah, it really is. Like, you got to drink a lot of milk. And I think that's the thing is the reason I eat shit that's so sweet or that I can is because if you drink a lot of milk with it, it may, you can eat a lot more before it ends up being too sweet. Like I don't know if this is weird or if just I happen to my ex and them were just fucking never seen it before, but I would a lot of times like when I'm eating something like that, I start chewing it and immediately get some milk in my mouth to kind of tone it down a little. You know what I mean? And kind of eat it with a little bit of milk in my mouth with it. That's kind of how I can manage to keep going on shit that's way too sweet. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but whatever.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. That's what I tell them.
I just like sugar makes me feel weird now.
Oh, like, really?
I think I've associated sugar with anxiety somehow. So fucking.
Oh wow.
I eat too much sugar because like fucking I used to like Pop-Tarts, but now they just make me nervous. Like I'm just so jittery after I fucking eat them.
Yeah, I wish I had that problem. I'd be 100 pounds lighter.
I'm not getting any of these pages coming up. Let's see.
But yeah,
donut. Oh, okay. Mad Metal gave me a couple links. Here we go. Let me share these. These look insane, dude. I gotta say though, as a bacon maple bar, that looks better than any of the ones I've seen before, where they have just little tiny bacon bits. I'm like, just throw a fucking piece of bacon on the top, man.
Yeah, it's a long john anyway. Fucking dude, throw a long piece of bacon on it. What does that one say? Portland cream. Yeah. Oh, the other ones, the ones that have the fucking custard filled. God damn, dude.
Fucking Captain Crunch.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
The Loop.
Yeah.
Voodoo Donuts in Texas. I'm assuming it's in Austin because that makes sense for Austin.
Right.
Fucking bubblegum donut with a bubblegum piece in the middle. That's fucking they make a Homer one too.
Yeah.
These are too. Like these are giant fucking donuts.
What is that one? Is that Oreos? Is that crushed up Oreos? The pothole one? Is that Oreos?
Yeah, Oreo cookies.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. McMinnville cream
bar? Dude, I'm surprised nobody's complained even in Texas. That's hilarious.
Yeah, well,
a line of Fruit Loops. That's pretty fucking funny.
Powdered sugar.
Jelly. Oh, the cock.
Oh, jelly. Oh, wow. Dude, that's fucking hilarious,
dude. Damn.
What is that? Banana chunks?
And cinnamon covered in a glaze, drizzled in chocolate, and peanut butter with peanuts and chocolate chips on top.
That is fantastic, dude.
I'll be honest, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, it does.
Apple fritters. That thing looks amazing.
Dude, I love those. Yeah, actually, the store here, the Fry's grocery store here has really good apple fritters. Like, you heat them up in the microwave for about 20 seconds, get them all hot and a little bit melty. Really fantastic.
Oh my god, this is fried dough with peach chunks covered in glaze and topped with cream cheese frosting and pink and orange sprinkles.
God damn, dude. My mouth is literally watering, dude.
Maple blazer blunt. Raised yeast dough rolled into a blunt and dusted with cinnamon sugar. The top is dipped in maple frosting and red sprinkle and embers.
Oh, it looks like a fucking blunt. That's fucking awesome, dude.
And then looks like they just have like some regular donuts with some M&Ms and fucking.
I'm gonna boo all the regular ones.
Cocoa Puffs and shit.
How dare you make just regular type donuts, you assholes! After all that shit.
Oh, a Butterfinger.
Dirty snowball. There we go.
Oh, they got old fashioned. There we go. Some nice old fashioned donuts. Oh, the buttermilk bar. Those are, I don't seen those in a long time. Those are one of my favorites too. Those are really good. Or the blueberry cake donut. Those are two things that I used to love that I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah. You know what's really good? Do you have QTs, like the gas station places? Quick Trip, QT?
No.
Where you're at? No. They actually have a lot of really good shit. like all their breakfast sandwiches and shit actually taste okay. Their burgers, they have a lot of different stuff, but like a Circle K or even 7-Elevens, them any of their kind of burgers or burritos and shit are not really that good. You know what I mean? Like they're not anywhere near even like fast food restaurant quality. But the stuff at QT actually really is, man. You know, like they'll have the croissants or the biscuit stuff for breakfast. In fact, they used to make a. I probably mentioned this, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. But they used to make a ham and cheese on pretzel bread, which was fucking amazing, dude. Like I'm still they stopped doing it like probably at least 3 or 4 years ago, probably longer than that. Like I'm still kind of mad about it that they don't fucking carry it anymore. Like that's how good it was, dude. Like I've never had that experience anywhere else, dude. I'm still kind of angry that they don't make the ham and cheese on pretzel bread anymore.
Dude, you should get some pretzel bread and make your own ham and cheese, man.
Yeah, no, I have, but it was a lot nicer when I could just buy it on the way to fucking work.
No, I totally get what you're saying. Oh, here's the one that Mad Metal wanted us to look at specifically, the Texas. It's a giant donut equal size to 6 regular glazed donuts.
God damn, dude. Holy shit.
Like, for comparison.
Yeah.
So that is pretty glorious, man.
Everything's bigger in Texas, dude.
Including their ass after they ate at this donut place. God damn.
Yeah. Was that place in Austin or no? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. He did say it was. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Austin, Texas. I think I've heard about it because I used to be really into Rooster Teeth, and Rooster Teeth is based in Austin.
Oh, gotcha.
So they would always talk about restaurants and stuff that they would eat at locally, and I think they've mentioned Voodoo Donuts a couple times.
Yeah. It's a good idea, man.
Say the dude that did Man vs. Food, I want to say he did a little segment in Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I love that dude, man. Fucking Adam Richmond, I think his name is.
Yeah, the guy was just such a nice guy. Like there was the other guy that was Guy Fieri would do a bunch of stuff where he'd go check out all these other restaurants. But Guy Fieri just always came off as like a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, kind of a hipstery, douchey kind of.
Yeah. Apparently he had to close his restaurants down not long ago.
Oh, really?
Good. And I say good. Well, that fucker's local here. Like he started in my city.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so like one of the big luncheons we had, because we had a couple times at one of the companies I worked for, we went out to like company meals essentially.
Right.
And so Johnny Garlic's is in town, and we all went to there. And the fucking waitress there told us like, "Oh yeah, I can split the checks so that you each get separate checks. No big deal." Because there were like 30 or 40 of us, and we're like, "We need to know if you can do that or not."
Right.
So the meal, and then come to the end of it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I can't do that." After we waited for an hour and a half.
Wow.
To get the fucking bill after we were all done. Oh my God, we were so mad.
So she must have known that she couldn't do that to begin with, right? Or no?
I don't know. Yeah, all I know is that an hour and a half later, they came out with the fucking bill and were like, "We're really sorry, we can't do that." And all I'm sitting there thinking is, after an hour and a half, you could have fucking rang everything as separate bills.
Yeah, no shit. There's no fucking way you couldn't just take that ticket, void it out,
and then re-ring all this stuff in. You could have just written it all down and shit. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then she was upset that we didn't leave a tip.
Wow. Like you lied about something that essential.
And then wait for an hour and a half after we were done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like we
fucking
couldn't leave. We couldn't just not fucking pay.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's, and I guarantee it. Well, I don't guarantee it, but it sounds like she was like, "Oh, this is huge. I'm going to get these huge tips. I'm going to lie to them and say that I can break it up." Yeah. I mean, if you apply the what is more likely scenario, somebody that works there for any amount of time,
no, my boss bitched out. My boss bitched out and gave her a 20, so she got a tip anyway.
Yeah, but still, for that many people, 20 is not much of a tip. Not what she was expecting.
We definitely would have tipped her much more than that.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is she saw fucking, oh, I could easily get $100 out of this shit or more.
Well, and we
So
still
I'm
would
not
have
going to
eaten
let
there.
them walk.
We still would have eaten there. We just would have made sure to fucking everybody keep track of how much their meal was, so that when it came time to pay up, we all would have fucking known how much to pay up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you consider, all right,
to lie about it.
First we ate, then we fucking had to wait an hour and a half to get the bill, and then it probably took us another 30 minutes to figure it all out.
Yeah, instead of just being aware of it to begin with.
Which is mine and which is yours, and how much do I owe and how much do you owe?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's like I said, I guarantee you she assumed like, oh shit, if I can't do separate tickets, they're gonna walk and I'm gonna miss out on this huge.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it was something like that.
Yeah.
Or she just didn't fucking know.
Yeah, that's possible, but if you're not sure about unless you know that as a fact, your answer should be, I don't know, let me check.
Which is what she said, and then she came back and the boss, I guess, had told her yes. So I don't know. I'm thinking the boss didn't want to lose the business.
Yeah. Oh, I assumed you'd asked before.
We did ask before.
Oh, okay.
She went and asked her boss and came back with that. So I don't know, man. The whole thing was crazy.
Yeah, that is a little weird. The boss could have then put her up to that. Like, no, just tell him yes. Just tell him yes anyway.
Although that fucking knows. I mean, at this point, I don't fucking care who did what. I honestly don't give a shit. It was ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, no, it's bullshit.
And the food was awful. Like, Johnny Garlic's was fucking terrible. It was not good food.
Yeah. I apologize to anyone that had to listen to me bogged down in the minutia.
It wasn't inedible. It just was so bland that it were like, this is Johnny Garlic's? None of this has got any garlic flavor.
Right? Or any other flavor for that matter. Yeah. So, no, it's weird what can get really popular that just sucks. Like,
yeah. I think the name, because it was named Johnny Garlic's, just everybody wanted to try Johnny Garlic's food.
Yeah.
And then he got on the Food Network and everybody wanted to eat there because he's well known, and it really wasn't that great of food. It was pretty mediocre.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Yeesh.
Yeah, so apparently Adam Richman bitched out over the Four Horsemen a little bit because it was too hot.
Hottest burger on the planet.
You got to sign a liability waiver.
Damn. Wait, what's on it? I can't read that shit.
It contains fresh jalapeno and serrano peppers, a habanero sauce, and the dreaded ghost pepper.
Does the ghost pepper taste good, or is it just hot?
It's just hot, man. The whole thing, the way that habanero and ghost pepper, that shit is just fucking spicy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, does it still taste good? Like, I don't really care how hot something is, unless it's going to be actually painful. Like, I don't mind discomfort if it's going to taste good. But if it's just hot just to be hot, like, fuck that, dude. I don't get that. Some weird macho bullshit, dude.
Well, in that case, it's you're doing a challenge. You have to eat it in 25 minutes to win some sort of prize. Like, I don't know if it's like a T-shirt or bragging rights or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh well, Mad Metal says it tastes great. So
yeah,
I guess it just depends on who you are.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I've never tried it. I don't know how good how well I can take heat anymore because I haven't eaten a lot of jalapenos lately. Because now I can barely handle Tabasco. Like, Tabasco's pretty hot, but I used to be able to handle that shit no fucking problem. And now, like, I can handle Red Devil easily still and fucking Louisiana hot sauce. But, yeah, Tabasco kind of burns a little bit. I'm losing my edge as I get older.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes you just don't want to fucking deal with the consequences if you eat too much spicy food.
Yeah, that is true, man. Especially if it's anywhere near bedtime. Like, if I eat too much, I actually end up fucking like regurgitating shit in my sleep, dude. I actually getting shit kicked back up if it's like spicy, like even just pepperoni or something. Wow. Dude. Yeah. But that's usually like if I fucking again ate way too much, way too close to bedtime.
Oh well, if I'm eating a heavy meal that close to bedtime, I'll just change bedtime.
Yeah. No, usually I do that, but There are times, and it's weird though. Even it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know why it does this, but it'll happen at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like I'll have been asleep for like several hours, like at least 4 or 5 hours, and all of a sudden I wake up to fucking me regurgitating and having fucking not regurgitating. That's an exaggeration. It's just a tiny bit kicks back up, and it ends up in my fucking nasal cavities, dude. It's awful. All right. Yeah.
Like a burp in the middle of the night. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's like, especially if it's something that's hot, because it gets stuck in my nasal cavities, and that is not a fucking pleasant feeling to have your nasal cavities burning from something hot.
Oh yeah,
reflux or acid reflux, I think they called it for a while.
Prevacid or whatever it is. Prevacid is supposed to help with that.
Right. Yeah, see, it doesn't happen that often anymore.
You change your eating habits, so you didn't have that. Like, that's the rational fucking choice.
Yeah.
Unless it's like to a point where you're not able to eat anything healthy because like all the healthy foods make you sick.
Right. No, it's just me. It's one of my addictions. Food is absolutely one of my addictions, dude.
Yeah, well, that's going to be an interesting deal because you have to eat to live. So
yeah, it's a tough one, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm basically 100 pounds. I got 100, 110, 120 pounds overweight.
Oh, I'm just super fucking fat. I don't know if I can blame it on food being an addiction and me just being lazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a kind of a combination of the two. Yeah, I'm not particularly active anymore either. The bad back,
walk and stuff. Yeah, the back thing is really killing me.
Yeah, see, that was my issue. Is I think the food addiction thing has always been there, but when I was younger, I was also really extremely active. Like I used to play basketball at least 4 or 5 times a week. You know, I'd play on the weekends a lot of times from sun up to sundown. So I was active enough to overcome it. As soon as I started having the back problems, and like if I played basketball, I was walking fucked up for like a week after. Once I had to stop doing all that. That's when the weight started piling on.
Oh yeah, that'll make a big difference.
Yeah, although even then, it was a slow, like 10 pounds a year kind of thing.
So one of the things that's interesting is, not the fat acceptance, but just like the people who don't seem to understand that you can't just lose a bunch of weight all at once. Like it's really not good for you. It takes a while to put it on. It takes a while to, it's going to take a while to take it back off again.
Right.
Like you do need to like be as careful with losing weight as like you. It's not that like, I don't know, man. If you're super overweight and you lose all of it in like 2 or 3 months, you could end up getting like a heart attack and shit. Like that's you really have to be, careful and lose weight at a.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I can lose easily like a pound a day, just because again my eating habits currently are so awful. So even just and that's eating regular. That's eating 2 big meals or 3 average meals a day. It's not starving myself. Just eating kind of good. It doesn't even have to be really great because again, like I said, my diet's horrific. But I can easily lose like a pound a day for at least the first month. After then, it kind of goes down to about a half a pound, 3/4 of a pound.
It depends on how heavy you are. Like those people that are like 600-700 pounds, they can lose like 40 pounds a month, and it's not super dangerous. But
I think the key is: are you still eating? Are you starving yourself, or are you still eating regularly and just getting a lot of exercise or that kind of thing?
No, the key is how much percentage of your weight are you losing at a time?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Because your body is your heart is used to pumping blood for the size of your body that your size is now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So if you shock it with too rapid of a weight loss all at once, like say, like 75 pounds in a month or something,
right?
That could potentially be dangerous and bad for your heart.
Yeah.
That's what
that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I kind of I never looked that up. I kind of assumed
Somebody who's like 700 pounds could probably lose like 50 or 60 pounds in a month, and it wouldn't be bad because it's not as big of a percentage total.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm just fucking dumb.
I wonder if 30 pounds in a month well, no, I think it would have to be okay. Like I said, I wasn't starving myself. I was just eating healthy and exercising.
No, I'm sure that's fine. It's for you. It'd be more like if you lose like 50 or 60 pounds in a month would be like dangerous. Whereas,
yeah, 30's not so bad.
Yeah, that seems. Oh, we missed Mad Metalman. He apparently had a party with ghost chili as the main ingredient in all the dips. He was drunk and stoned at 2 a.m. It came back with a vengeance. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. Sometimes I would have this thing where I was actually kind of coughing up stuff. So it would be coming back up, burning the shit out of my throat, just burning it fucking raw. But I would cough like almost constantly where I could barely breathe. And I would cough up the stuff that would just slowly kind of ooze out, man. It was really disgusting, dude. It would be this nasty, like thick orange, like almost paste, dude. I don't know what the fuck I did that caused that. But yeah, that was the thing that made me like stop doing that, stop eating so much food so late, because it's one of the most uncomfortable experiences I've ever had. You know, I'm just
I had acid reflux so bad a couple of times I woke up unable to breathe. So that was pretty dangerous. And that made me change my eating habits right away.
Yeah.
And I tilted my bed so like the head is like 2 inches higher than the foot.
Yeah. I think a big part of mine is the fact that, again, I'm so fat, my belly's so big, and I essentially sleep on the floor. Like I've always needed like an incredibly firm, like ultra firm mattresses.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You talked about that. You sleep on like a couple of blankets essentially.
Yeah. I sleep on like 2 or 3 blankets on the floor. You know, like that's how firm, like even the ultra firm's kind of not cutting it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part is it's crushing it down and kind of pushing it back up or something. My big fat belly.
The futon I bought that's like 2 inches thick seems like it'd be perfect for you, man. It's kind of a firm futon that's like just a couple inches thick. I can see you using something like that. It wouldn't be much different from just sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, especially here where I can get stung by fucking scorpions and shit.
Yeah,
which I've actually found scorpions and big ass fucking spiders in my room, and yet I still have no problem sleeping on the floor for some reason.
Eventually they could get up into your bed too if you had a bed. So I don't know that it's really that much.
That's true. They can climb walls and shit.
6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? Yeah.
But they tend to stick to either the ground or up in the fucking corner somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you get struck by lightning too, so.
Yeah, I just worry about the brown recluses. Like I think I can handle like if it's just pain and it's not eating my fucking flesh. Like I'm kind of okay with it. But I've seen too many photos of what can happen from a brown recluse bite to not be terrified by it.
Oh yeah, for sure. One quick thing, because we're probably getting close to the end here.
Oh yeah.
Share.
What's up?
Here we go. Apparently 51% of immigrants are on welfare of some kind. This is according to USA Today, so if anybody was going to fucking lie about it,
it would be them.
Yeah, in the other way.
Yeah, no, it's
I was like that
universally accepted. Like there's literally like for me having to go on to food stamps or any kind of welfare there's a pretty high level of like embarrassment and shame about it. You know what I mean? And for a lot of these people, like I noticed with my ex, she didn't care about that at all. That didn't bother her at all. You know what I mean?
Free money's free money, man.
Yeah. 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 Again, I think I've told this story as well, but there was a point where she wanted to have me cancel the insurance I got through my work because it would have been cheaper. You know, she could, because we weren't married technically.
On like Medicare kind of stuff.
On Access, the whatever the public assistance shit is. It's called Access here.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. And I was like, no, like for one thing, we can easily afford it, and plus it's fucking better than the fucking bullshit, shit through the free shit through the government. But she didn't understand. She was fucking bewildered by that. She did not understand the concept of, hey, we can afford it anyway. I'm going to pay
when
for
Obamacare came out, the difference between the regular healthcare I have, which is vastly superior, and Obamacare was like $10 a month, and I'm like, yeah, I'll pay that $10 a month to keep my regular fucking healthcare.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody else is like, Obamacare. And I'm like, I guarantee you I have saved way beyond the $10 a month that I spent.
Right. Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous, man. How bad, like, it seems like that was a really disastrous, and it doesn't really get talked about.
Yeah.
Like how bad the fucking insurance premiums went up and all that kind of shit.
Well, because right now it's mostly everybody's pushing Democrat agenda, and that would definitely not fit because it's one of their main selling points.
Right.
But yeah, I would say like my insurance went up quite a lot over the last couple of years compared to how it would grow, because it goes up every year.
Right.
Usually when you have insurance, like medical insurance, it'll go up every year a little bit, but it's usually only like $1 or $2. It's usually not, $100, $200 over the course of the year like it has been.
Right.
It's like, oh, I was paying, $30 for, just for me, and now I'm paying, $60. It's not normal.
No, that's the thing. Well, they let everybody in.
Like 35 over the course of a couple of years. Not.
Yeah. Well, they let everyone in, and they don't have the pre-existing condition clause or whatever you call it. You eliminate that. Well, yeah, premiums are probably going to go up if you're having someone come on who's immediately using health insurance, dude.
The pre-existing condition clause doesn't mean you can't get health care. It just means
you have to wait.
You have to be on that plan for like a year prior to being able to use the benefits for that pre-existing issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
that's the whole year you don't have insurance.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, it's only if you haven't had insurance and been regularly treating the issue.
Oh, really? Okay,
so like if you have diabetes or something, it's a pre-existing condition, but you've already been paying for it through your old insurance.
Right.
The whole time, I believe that doesn't count against you. It's only if you haven't been insured for a long period of time, plus you have the pre-existing condition.
Yeah, that'd be interesting though. I mean, for a new company,
extra charges getting everything back into like control, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like the new company wouldn't care, because all I would look at is, okay, so you're paying this, but you're going to immediately be using the benefits.
I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I could be
absolutely. I'm not sure. It's just what makes sense in my head.
Or that maybe that there's something else about not being insured that's different. I'm not sure. There's something about it. I don't know.
To be clear to everyone out there, both of us are speculating. We're not, or I am for sure.
I was going to say, to be clear for everyone out there, we're idiots, so don't fucking pay attention to what we say.
Yeah, somehow we're going to both be wrong on this, is my suspicion. Yeah.
If anybody would know, it's probably Mad Metal Man, because he actually fucking runs a business.
Yeah, that's true. What do you got, Mad Metal Man? Yeah, I wish the few people that watch this would come on occasionally. Well, Dade has come on. Yeah, but I'd really like.
We should get him on Sunday night or next Thursday if he's interested.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd love to have Mad Metal come on, or Stench Ever or Akinaro. I don't think they have any interest in it, but I would love to have them guys on to fucking bullshit with us.
I so want to have Akinaro on. I feel like it would end up being a disaster, but I really want to have him on.
Yes, dude.
I'm just
I know what
worried
you
that he
mean.
would screen shit like crazy shit.
Right. Thinking about the shit that he posts in the chat, it would be a good time. Akinaro, if you're out there, I think Stabby is on board with this. You have an open invitation to come on
I've asked him
anytime you
multiple
want.
times before. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Does he give like an excuse, or does he just say he's not interested?
He doesn't think he speaks English well enough to be on. And I'm like, I can't argue with him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He types it like I've never really not never, but very rarely had any issues with what he types. So, is he thinking like the accent, or because again, it seems fine?
I don't know. He doesn't want to come on, man. I can't.
It's probably his excuse for. He just doesn't want to come on, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like he's using the "I don't speak English well enough" kind of as an excuse.
Yeah.
Stench ever on.
Mad Metal says he has shit insurance, but at least there's no more mandate.
Oh, gotcha.
Which we can all be happy about. That Obamacare mandate shit was shit.
Yeah. Does Stench ever make? He's never made videos, has he?
Stench ever has a couple videos on his own channel.
He does.
No, Stench ever. Oh, Dave Murphy. Never mind. Sorry, Dave Murphy has some videos. Stench ever. I don't think Stench ever has made videos. I don't believe so.
All right. Let me see. Melon Smithers. Yeah, all it's got is other channels. Bearing Cab, Melon Smithers, it's Futternut. Yeah. He's got 18 subscribers.
Yeah, I think I'm subscribed to William Stench ever.
Is Bearing Cab any good? I don't know.
I never listened to him.
Yeah, neither.
I sort of stopped listening to a lot of the social justice warrior skeptics altogether, just because it's gotten so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I'm glad they're still fighting the good fight out there.
Horse shit, and everybody's fucking evil, and we're all gonna burn the fucking witch. Let's have a fucking witch burning party. And I got so sick of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're going to be outraged over everything, then anything that's really big, and I think this kind of happened with the whole Jeff thing and all that. It's the issue that, again, horseshoe theory, in my opinion. But yeah, it's like fucking, if you're outraged about everything, every little thing, the big shit's going to go by and they're just going to be like, oh, okay, well, this is not really a big deal. They're just acting like it is, like they always do. It's the same issue I have with like the fucking people that hate Trump. Like, you can't fucking go all the way to fucking 10 instantly for every little thing you think he does wrong, because then he's gonna again do something. Actually, if he actually did something really horrific, it's not gonna fucking register because you guys freak out about everything.
Yeah, exactly. They're very angry about everything, and then no one's gonna pay attention when something serious happens. Yeah, the little the boy who cried wolf, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The boy who cried wolf.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, because I wasn't as outraged about the Kraut thing, but then again, I can't watch Kraut less than I already watch. So
right.
Don't watch him, and it's the same with Jeff Holiday. So it was like, well, they're kind of scumbags that dox people and got involved with this weird doxing stuff.
Yeah,
I don't like them. There's nothing else I can do other than not watch them. So
yeah, I had never. I think I was still subbed to Kraut, but I had not watched any of his videos in a long time because I didn't really give a shit about the alt-right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, he's doing a video about alt-right shit. I have no interest in watching that. Jeff, again, I think I've talked enough shit about Jeff over the fucking months I've been on the show to know. Again, I used to be a fan. He sucks now, in my opinion. He's an arrogant prick. I won't go into all the other shit, but I think he used to be really good, and obviously I think he could be again. I just think he's gotten lazy and arrogant, dude.
Yeah. What was it? I retweeted a picture that I thought made a lot of sense, except for the alt-right part of it. It showed basically well, let's see. I should be able to actually find that. That shouldn't be that far back in my Twitter history. But it was interesting because to me, here we go. Yeah, it's not that far back. I didn't think so. I think it's more like the conservative being joined than the alt-right. Here we go. So you got libertarian land, and it's got where you going, white boy. These people are going to get after this, and then this little white guy over here saying, "Whoa, guys, let's not put each other into groups." And the Mexican dudes are all, "Shut up, gringo." And another guy saying, "Fuck this." He's getting in the little pipe to go over to the alt right. I think if you labeled this like conservative, you might be a little more accurate. But I thought this was actually a fairly good demonstration of what's
although it is definitely. I think there's people that are getting pushed into into alt-right territory.
Oh, no, I'm sure of that as well. No, I'm sure
that way more are just getting pushed to being conservative.
Yeah, they're just going over and saying, well, the conservatives are like just being kind of reasonable. Like, we want you to have the freedom to make your own choices and not have the government involved. Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, they're not obsessing over fucking race, fucking sexual orientation, and gender.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then it's like the thing with the bathroom laws. Like, I thought that was so silly. I'm like, the government doesn't need to be involved in who gets to go to what bathroom. It's fucking
I guarantee you it wasn't a problem. I guarantee there were plenty of fucking chicks with dicks, fucking whatever, that were using women's restrooms with no problem because they passed or whatever reasons. It seemed like to me to be again, like you said, completely unnecessary. The government need to get involved. It's posturing, dude. Or it's virtue signaling, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah. Unnecessary bullshit.
I just don't think that we need to have laws that are going to create more pointless, ridiculous lawsuits. Like the Title IX stuff has already caused so many businesses to lose so much money to just pointless shit.
Right.
Oh, you didn't put a wheelchair ramp up. Now you got to pay this dude like 10 grand in damages. It's like, no, you lost business, and if you lose enough business, you're gonna, maybe I need to fucking put a ramp up. I don't think that's something that the government should dictate. I think that should be between businesses and individuals.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
It's like, if people are upset because Target decides that only men and can use the men's room and women can use the women's room, and they're going to put a guard out there to dictate who goes into which one, then you stop shopping at Target.
Right.
When did it become we can't possibly make afford for businesses to actually potentially go out of business or lose business and other businesses to gain it?
How long has Title IX been in effect?
Title IX has been in effect for a long time. Let me look it up.
I mean, like 10 years, 20 years. Like that's. I don't need an exact number. I'm just kind of like, has it been roughly 10 years, 20 years? Yeah. Either way, I don't know if it actually was useful.
1972.
Oh shit. Okay, that's longer. I thought like 1980 at the latest. Wow. Okay. So,
that's just the educational stuff. So there's other stuff besides Title IX that is being used on businesses. I forget what it's called. But
Well, the reason I was asking is the stuff was probably necessary back then. Title IX, affirmative action. I think all of that's kind of outlived its usefulness.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee, I wouldn't be surprised if back in the 60s and 70s or whenever, there was discrimination. I'd be surprised if there wasn't actually, but that actually affected shit like that. I don't think that's the case anymore. And now it just seems like, tilting the playing field in favor of people just because of their skin color.
Yeah. Bad Metal says he thought it was about 15. I only thought it was like 10 or 20 years too.
I thought it was like 20 tops, like maybe back into the 80s.
Wait,
but
did I just? I should probably use a calculator because I think I just got that way off.
Yeah, it's been like 45 years, dude. 46 years.
Yeah, 46 years. I didn't think it'd been 46 years at all. We were all way off on that.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking like late 80s, like the furthest.
But yeah, you're right. In the 70s it made sense, but I don't think it makes sense now. The problem is it's really difficult to repeal a law and not very difficult to make new laws.
Yeah. Plus the outrage. Can you imagine the outrage of the fucking Democrats or the leftists and that if you fucking actually repeal that? Yeah.
It would be virtually impossible because it's the optics. People would be like, "You don't want equality," and it's like, "No, we're doing it because we do want equality."
Yeah, exactly. They can't see that. It's again, it's this condescending.
It's not enforcing equality anymore. It's enforcing
preferential treatment.
What people think was equality at that point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's this condescending racist bullshit that the left fucking engages in. Of no, these poor, stupid fucking black people and Mexicans and Indians, they're too fucking shit. They're not good enough to make it on their own. So we have to help them. That's that attitude that fuck, man. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a minority, but I like to think I'd be insulted by that.
Yeah.
It should be, dude.
It's petrified that if affirmative action goes, we revert back to plantations and owning slaves.
Jesus, dude. It is really.
It's what they sell it as.
Yeah, it really is some fucking pearl clenching, fucking like overreaction, panic shit. Fuck.
Like this concept. If we start limiting immigration to only being based on merit and stop all the family chaining bullshit, the chain immigration bullshit, that's somehow a bad thing. It's like, look, these people don't have a right to be in our country.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they don't
having a border. We're not taking anyone's rights away. They don't have any in the first place.
Yeah. Again, I don't believe there's any countries or any countries of substance that have the immigration policy that these people endorse anywhere.
Well, they're trying to push it through Europe, and you're seeing Europe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and again, see what's happening there.
Yeah, it's destroying our economy. And
although
crime rates are skyrocketing.
It wouldn't be that bad if they weren't giving them so much free shit.
Murder, rape, and assault went up like by 30% each in fucking
violent crime.
Years. It's like,
it's
entirely the immigrants. It's entirely the Islamic immigrants that they're bringing in. It's like people want to pretend that that's not the case, but it's clearly the case.
Right? Yeah. 40 Mike is typing another message as we speak.
Yeah.
That Akinaro will later rip him for.
Yeah. But like,
but no, I used to have that naivety.
Joe Rogan talked to one of his friends, one of the regulars on his show, and the regular was talking about like his friend got raped, and the police didn't do a damn thing despite knowing exactly who it was. They didn't process the rape kit for like a year, and then it suddenly accidentally got botched, so they couldn't use it, and so all these Muslim dudes that raped this chick just got off scot-free because it wasn't
disgusting. Yeah, see, that's when I'm like, you guys are you have no common sense, no fucking touch with reality, when you can't just say, look, they know it's wrong, but they're using this as a bullshit excuse to get away with it. Because you fuckers let them. Yeah. Because they're brown, and you don't want to be racist by calling fucking rapists.
Yeah. Or just admitting that culture in other countries is sick and it's not compatible with ours.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm not that far removed from thinking exactly like, people like, sorry, I don't mean I'm not trying to trash them, but 40 Mike, that think that there's really nothing, like Islam isn't the problem. I fought that thought for a long time, and now I've just gotten to the point where I can't deny the fact that Islam is the issue here. Beyond the fact that not a high percentage of the Muslims necessarily engage in the raping or the terrorism or the fucked up shit.
It's the permissiveness, the willingness to give the money to, and it's the willingness to hide the people who are doing it.
It's the tacit approval of everyone else. It's more than half are okay with the terrorism and okay with the fucking barbarism.
They're willing to hide the terrorists in their communities.
Yeah, they want to. They just want to keep their hands
clean for it.
Yeah. They want to keep their hands clean and let Islam take over with other people killing people.
And you can go and you can watch on YouTube. You can watch like when 9/11 hit, all these groups of people throwing like a party.
Yep. Fuck yeah,
and they're all
dude.
Islamists. So it's like,
yeah. No, it really is. Like I said, I thought it was ridiculous for the longest time, and again, I just had to. I finally realized, I'm like, no, there's something wrong.
Well, here's a question that I've wondered: is this sort of left wing? Let's get as many Islamic immigrants in here kind of attitude, because they know that they can keep using these overreaching surveillance and all this other stuff as long as we keep having regular terrorist attacks, and they know that that's going to bring them.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Because think about
more laws to take away more freedom.
Did we actually talk about the Patriot Act last time? Or am I thinking of something else?
We did cover a little bit of it. It was surprising that Trump is actually speaking against all of that surveillance kind of stuff and saying, no, this needs to stop. We're not going to re-up it.
Yeah, but it's gotten less and less support the further away from 9/11 that we got. This is kind of the point I was going at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean? It's people are getting sick of it because they're like, hey, wait a minute, you don't have any right to any of this. Like, what about my rights?
Yeah. Like, you came out of that, like, fucking, like, they called it the Patriot Act. I don't want to be unpatriotic. Pretty nice play on their part, by the way. Although I thought, somewhere else I was talking about it, I was like, the only way it could be more ironic is if you called it the Freedom Act.
Well, it also included some benefits for veterans.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing that made it, basically, there was no way to speak out against it.
Yeah, you could have just gave the benefits to veterans and left off the other shit. But yeah, they're sneaky with that shit, man.
But
it's kind of like, they put like something
like, well, don't you like veterans?
Yeah, you don't support our troops? You don't support our veterans?
Yeah, no, so it was there was no way in that period of time that it was done that there would have been any way. Mad Metal says, wasn't there already a Freedom Act? It sounds like, I think there is a Freedom Act too. It's probably just as bad as the fucking Patriot Act.
Liberty, some other word, Liberty Act, whatever. Some bullshit word that you can't be like. Yeah. I don't know what's patriotic about surveillance. So Patriot Act is a fucking ridiculous name for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Again, like I said, there's guaranteed that fucking name was picked deliberately to avoid fucking criticism of it.
Yeah. When I like that Trump is speaking against that kind of stuff. Like I didn't like the net neutrality thing. I didn't agree with that at all. I'm not a fan of the trickle down thing. I think it's working now, but I don't think it's going to be working long term. So I think there's that kind of thing will work for probably a couple of years, but I think after a while that's going to dry up.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah, so the USA Freedom Act was the one that kind of dissolved their ability to do bulk data collection on phone records and shit like that.
Oh,
and internet metadata. Yeah. So that is actually something that at least worked towards more freedom. So that's good.
Yeah. Well, the Patriot Act is in direct violation of a lot of the Fifth Amendment, I think, right? Or no, the Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable search and seizure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because essentially, it's your electronic papers. They shouldn't really be going through your personal papers. Well, just because they're electronic personal papers doesn't mean there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, that was a silly. It was a ridiculous differentiation to try to make, and it wouldn't have stood up had it gone to the Supreme Court. Especially if it went now. Like, I think if it went today, it would definitely get struck down entirely.
Yeah, for sure.
It's sort of like, but then there's all these ways they can get around that, because like the Obamacare Act was directly in violation of the Constitution.
Yeah. Weren't you the one saying, they coded it as a tax thing instead of what it actually was? Yeah, fucking health insurance. Yeah.
They made it a tax instead of calling it what it was. Is the government forcing you to buy health insurance from one specific person?
Yeah,
which is totally outside of their authority.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be true, but like we have the DMV and all this other shit now, so who knows? how that'd work,
Yeah, dude, that's funny. Mad Metal Man, did you copy and paste that? Because I'm looking. That's exactly the wording that came. I got when I searched up USA Freedom Act, or I searched Freedom Act. That's funny. It's the exact one. You copied and pasted that. Admit it. Admit your shame. You fucking copied and pasted. Yep, there we go. Oh man, that was funny. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, I'm just distracted from using my back scratcher.
Yeah. I actually got a really good back scratcher up in the Painted Desert, Petrified Forest / Painted Desert gift shop. It's like one. It looks like a little bear claw. It's got like 5 little metal. It's made out of metal, the end part, and it telescopes out. It's got like a telescoping thing, so you can do it. Put it at different lengths or whatever for different spots to scratch on your back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's got like 5 little like bear claw points basically to scratch 5 different.
Yeah, well, I like my little bamboo ones because it was like 3 for like $8 or $9 on Amazon. So.
Oh yeah, no, this one I think it was like $7, but it's so fucking worth it. Yeah,
hey, man, as long as I get my back scratched, either one sounds good to me.
Right. Actually, hold on. Let me grab it. I'll try to present it to show you what I'm talking about. Hold on.
Okay. I think I have a pretty good picture in my mind of what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool looking though. Hold on. All right. Can't show myself on camera, obviously. Let me see.
No, Mad Metal, it is not back massagers.
All right. You see that? Is that too close?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So it's basically like it folds up into this size. I can't tell if it's on the fucking camera or not. See? And then you can telescope it out.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It looks good.
Make it really long.
Oh, you got to be careful, man. You got the side of your head right there.
Oh, God. So, yeah, you can telescope it out really fucking long. Yeah. Okay. I'll put it back down.
I've seen similar ones that weren't quite as sharp looking, but that does look pretty good.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually rounded on the ends, but it still scratches really well.
No, I mean, I've seen metal ones that are like even less sharp than that.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Might as well be blunt smoke.
But yeah, I thought it was cool. Like you said, it's functional and it looks cool. Like it looks like a little bear claw, dude.
Yeah, no, I like the way that looks. Yeah. Well, see, yeah, the bamboo ones I got look like crap, so that's why they're so cheap.
Yeah.
They don't telescope.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like this one was only $7, dude. And that fucking it'll last forever, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the telescoping action is really fucking handy. I'm gonna start doing fucking product reviews on fucking wacky weird shit. Let me tell you about this fucking back scratcher thing I got.
I still gotta get that fucking frozen food review thing off the ground with fucking Engelharth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not sure. I might do a couple episodes just to test it. See whether I even like doing it on my own though.
Nah. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, actually acting out like it's a lot easier if you have somebody, especially somebody like Hearth, who's you're both pretty entertaining, but both of you together bouncing shit off each other, most likely is going to work a little better than just you yapping.
Yeah,
no offense,
true,
dude.
True.
You're an interesting guy, but
I'm just trying to figure out how I would film it. My big issue is finding a space to film it where we won't be bothered for like an hour or two.
Oh, right.
Gotcha. My thought is he's hard enough to nail down for like a regular time. That what I'd want to do is get like 4 or 5 of them out of the way at once. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's just shitty frozen food, so no one's going to care if we're not eating like the whole fucking meal and just take a taste.
Yeah, just sample. Dox my ear, but not dock it. That's fucking funny. So I'm going to dox your Detroit, but not dock it. If I believe I understand what docking is correctly, and I believe it involves foreskin generally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All right, I think we're kind of starting to get to the
droning
on part. We should probably wrap it up.
All right. Well, Mad Metal and anyone else who's still listening, appreciate you sticking around, man. And yeah, get a headset and come on and bullshit with us, man. That'd be fucking a good time, man.
Yeah, we'll have the Dade on again too. Dade was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Shame
later,
stench
people.
ever knocking out. Yeah, bye-bye.